Hey, what do you say? Oh my God, it's late here on the East Coast. We just got done watching NXT Stand and Deliver night number 2, and we are here. It's Wrestlemania Week. My name is Tommy Paradise.
It's showtime, folks. This is your boy DJ. It's not quite as late here on the West Coast.
It's Wrestlemania Week. We're splitting this episode into 2 episodes because there's a lot of wrestling to talk about, and then there's a lot of toy news to talk about.
All kinds of stuff happened today.
All kinds of good stuff to share with you guys. So we're going to split this into 2 episodes, both on YouTube and on the audio feed through wherever you get your podcast from. But thank you guys for tuning in. It's the best week of the year if you're a wrestling fan. WrestleMania Week, as I said, we just got done watching. We actually watched like the main event together.
Right.
Of night number 2 on Stand and Deliver. We'll get into our reaction there. We'll give you our WrestleMania preview and picks. We'll talk about the Hall of Fame and some wrestling news in this episode. And then the next episode, which you'll see in your feed right after this one, is going to be part number 2. We'll talk about all the WWE reveals that were today, all the other wrestling news from the week. NECA's got some stuff putting out. Ghostbusters, Hasbro Fan Fest.
Man,
and some other stuff as well, including our weekly purchases and all that stuff. And so we're going to get into all of it, but we figured we'd split it up into 2 episodes for you guys for this week to give you a little bit of we don't want to have a 4-hour episode. Like I said, man, it's already, what time is it here on the East Coast while we record it? 10:45 p.m. while we record this on the East Coast here. So nothing like if you guys are on the East Coast, it's 10:45. I'm cracking a bang. Let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to be up all night, baby. Let's go.
What's that show that comes on I Ain't Tired Yet, on ESPN?
I don't know what you're talking about. Is it the Scott Van Pelt Sports
Scott
Center?
Van Pelt's show, and then the theme song comes on. I'm not tired yet, so.
Sorry, I had no idea what you were talking about. We had a giveaway last week, TJ. We were giving away a copy of Retromania to anybody who shared our episode either on Instagram or Twitter. And let's give that away right now. We're going to give it to Figs by Cal on Instagram. Figs by Cal on Instagram. You won a Nintendo Switch version of Retromania. To Mike from Retromania Retro Studios for sending that over, and he's gonna send over some PlayStation ones too once the PlayStation version launches, which should be in the next time. Yeah, it literally should be anytime. We also need to talk.
They're testing. They're in the testing mode with PlayStation. So
the last update they put out on their social media was that they were testing a patch that they had to put out. So literally could be any day. You could be listening to this and be like, and see it in the PlayStation Store. So stay tuned for that. One thing I forgot to mention is that we are brought to you by figurecollections.com. Brought to you by figurecollections.com. It's a run-in podcast. Totally lost my train of thought there, but we'll get back to it. We had another thing to give away. Another giveaway here. March Madness wrapped up this week. We did the bracket challenge over on ESPN, the tournament challenge, and the screen name of the winner is Jordan Lawrence. Jordan Lawrenz. So claim your prize, slide into our DMs either on Twitter or Instagram, and we'll get you a t-shirt. DJ, you finished in second place. He had 310. Or I'm sorry, he had 1,310. You had 1,030 points.
Damn,
I sucked, man. Damn Ohio State. I had 490 points. I don't know what the hell I was doing picking Ohio State. It's not college football, but
bias.
Great tournament. And congratulations again to Jordan Lawrence. Slide in the DMs. We'll get you a shirt, a run-in podcast shirt from our Pro Wrestling Tee store of your choice. What else we got to talk about? Oh, we got to talk about Munch Madness, man. Munch Madness.
Yeah, man. It got heated.
It did. We got down to the final. The winner is Chick-fil-A beating out Texas Roadhouse. It was real close.
Wow. I mean,
I was
the
surprised.
6-day-a-week restaurant wins it all.
They won the championship. They won the Munch Madness Championship, and they don't even have to be open every day. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I was doing cartwheels over them beating Five Guys.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like Five Guys, I was a little surprised that Five Guys lost. Not hurt, just surprised. Chick-fil-A 53% to Texas Roadhouse 47%. I just had Chick-fil-A breakfast for the first time ever. It was good. It was good. Maybe that's what put the Chick-fil-A over, is that they have breakfast and Texas Roadhouse doesn't. Texas Roadhouse is good. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy Texas Roadhouse.
No, it's some good eating there at Texas Roadhouse.
I think I was actually surprised Texas Roadhouse made it to the final. I thought they
not that it's a bad restaurant. Just saying, like with all of the competition that was in there,
right?
That was surprising that they got to the final.
I'm surprised that Wendy's did not make it to the final. I honestly thought Wendy's made it to the final four. I thought Wendy's was going to beat. I thought it was going to be Wendy's and Chick-fil-A in the final, and Texas Roadhouse. I would say it was a little bit of an upset. They scored an upset over. But yeah, thanks to everybody who voted. Chick-fil-A, man, our 2021 Munch Madness bracket winner.
Did we at them? That they won?
Not yet. I did not announce it on social media yet. I was waiting to record this episode, and then we'll record it, or we'll announce it some point after this episode drops.
Yeah, let's see. I want to see if they have something to say about that.
Yeah.
And Texas Roadhouse. Let's see if Texas Roadhouse has something to say about that.
That's right. Don't forget, guys. Actually, I have a task for you guys right now. Stop this podcast. Don't stop it. Pause it. Stop this podcast, or pause it. Open up your YouTube app, go to YouTube, type in the Run-In Podcast, or go to youtube.com/the Run-In Podcast, and then just hit that subscribe button. I didn't realize I'm not subscribed to a bunch of channels that I do watch YouTube videos on. This past week, I was like just kind of scrolling through, looking at stuff. Same thing with Twitter, man. Like I didn't realize I didn't follow a few people that like I've been trying to get in touch with and stuff. So weird. But so to pause this episode, go over to youtube.com/the Run-In Podcast. Just mash that subscribe button and check out our videos. Our interview with Mike from Retro Studios is up there by itself. It's also up there as part of our episode. We've been putting all our episodes up there. We've been recording the video. They've been going up a couple days after the audio version drops, but we can show you our weekly purchases and stuff like that with the video version. So check it out. youtube.com/the Run-In Podcast. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Run-In Podcast. Instagram is at the Run-In Pod. I've been sharing 32 days of wrestling t-shirts. That's going to wrap up this weekend with WrestleMania, and DJ is doing 30 days. He knows how to count. I didn't. 30 days of random wrestling figures. DJ, I like the one you did the past week with the Blade Runners and the Brothers of Face Paint. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was a great idea.
Yeah. I figure, you know what? Because of staying in the Ultimate Warriors kind of relationship, like the Warrior has been very much part of my collection as well. So I was like, okay, I wanted to do something for the guys, and I thought it was a good one. And then having Darby Allin in the background too, I thought that was a good touch.
I liked it. Nice work, man. Nice work. You'll get a raise.
Okay.
Last thing is just hit up ProWrestlingTees.com/Run-In Pod. Buy yourself a shirt. We got 4 brand new shirts up there: the Beantown, the Lake Show, and then the Retro Arcade. Please go buy a t-shirt. No Kenny's corrections this week for last week. And no Kenny's Impact Minute this week.
Poor Kenny. But it came on today, right?
Yeah, that was a terrible decision on Impact's part, I think, to go to Thursdays with NXT.
How about say on WrestleMania week? I think they should.
Yeah, wait a week, man. Wait a week.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll figure out something to do with Kenny and keep him involved in the show. He was gonna jump on our reaction show to night 1 of Stand and Deliver, but he got his wife hit him with that honeydew list.
She did.
So he got stuck doing that. Speaking of our live reaction shows, guys, all week we've been jumping on the figcave.com going live after the events, except for night 2 of Stand and Deliver, because we're obviously recording this, as we talked about a few times. So head over to thefigcave.com, join the Facebook Fig group, the Fig Cave Facebook group, and get in there, and you can watch our live reaction shows. We'll be doing it all weekend long with WrestleMania, both on Saturday and Sunday nights. As soon as the pay-per-view is over, jump in the Facebook group and chat with us about the pay-per-views. You never know. We could pull you in. We pulled in Chris Matthews from the WrestleGeddon podcast this past week. He gave me the hot tag because I worked night 1 of Stand and Deliver. So I only saw the main event. So he jumped on. I was like, all right, you guys have enough people. I'm going to get out of here and go to bed because you guys all watched it. I didn't. What was I going to do? Just sit here? So I did watch it, and we're about to get into talking about it. DJ, you got the drip going. You ready for this long episode, bro? You ready?
Okay, so not only do I have drip, right?
Worked up. Let's go. I'm stretching.
And then I got some of the bubbly bounce as well.
Yeah, I want to try to find that. I've been drinking more water. So I joined Noom, which is a weight loss app, because I just been feeling like a real fat piece of shit lately. So I jumped on Noom. I had a buddy who was doing Noom, and so I was
kind of hard for me to help you. I can't even come in and help you after saying that. Jeez.
Let me see how this Noom app works and do that. And I jumped in. I'm down 9 pounds since Monday, and it's Thursday night when we're recording this. So I've been drinking a lot more water than soda. And I saw those bubblies with the caffeine in it. I might grab a couple of those this weekend at the grocery store and see how they are. So.
They work.
But sorry, I had to take a sip of Bang because it's super fucking late here in the East Coast. But one more reminder, because I feel bad about not saying it in the beginning of the show. This show is brought to you by figurecollections.com. Hit that website up. They're gonna have some news very soon, I promise you. So stay tuned. All right, DJ, you ready to do this? You ready to get in the ring?
I'm ready to get in the ring, man. This is gonna be woo.
Let's do it. Let's do it, man. It is In the Ring, brought to you by Buy, Sell, Trade Toys on Instagram. Use the code RUN10 to save yourself 10%. Make sure you're following his page all weekend long. He's going to have some WrestleMania sales up there, and he's going to be blowing out stuff. So check out Buy, Sell, Trade Toys on Instagram and use the code RUN10 to save yourself 10%. Let's get right to it, man. Night 1 of Stand and Deliver. DJ, give me your thoughts, man. What'd you think of this night 1 pay-per-view?
To me, it just had to feel that they were going to come out swinging. They knew that AEW also was trying to pull some eyes off of their pay-per-view, and they're like, you know what, we're not going to have it. Like these guys laid it out on night 1.
I agree with you 100%, man. I didn't think there was a bad match in night 1. I'm probably going to get some flack for that. I'm sure some people are going to, at me and say, what are you talking about? This such and such match was not good, or this match wasn't good, but whatever, man. I thought, honestly, I'd watched every single match today. Like I said, I'm a day late. I watched it this morning, night 1. I watched on day 2. And there wasn't a match where I was like skipped or bored or like just like doing other stuff. I literally was sitting here watching the whole thing and like intrigued and sucked in and like enjoying every single match. I thought was really good. A little shocked that I did not watch this match. I will say this. I didn't watch the pre-show. I did not watch Toni Storm get upset by Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark, the Texas Roadhouse to Toni Storm's Wendy's. Well, I would like to put my sour cream in Toni Storm's baked potato, if you know what I'm saying.
I do know what you're saying. Man, that's a good one. But like it caught me off guard. But I think they were trying not to make her Barry Horowitz and get one in, especially for a pre-show match. Is what it felt like to me.
Yeah, it's so weird to me because Toni Storm is obviously like one of the heavy hitters of the women's NXT women Jesus, the NXT Women's Division. And it was surprising to me that she went from like the main event title match a few weeks ago on NXT now to, you know, she's on the pre-show and not jobbing, but losing on the pre-show. So,
well, I mean, what else? Like, it's kind of what else was there? You know, unfortunately, the women only had title matches. Like, they didn't have any grudge matches in this takeover. So, so there's like, what else was there really to do? You know, so I say we'll barely remember this in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and she'll be back to, you know, towards the top of the card, but all right, so let's get right to it. No, match number 1, man. It was Kushida versus Pete Dunne. I don't want to say it was my favorite. I was looking forward to this match. Pete Dunne's awesome. I've said it on our show before. Kushida I've done like a 180 on him where I just kind of not 180, but I just kind of nothing him at first, and then they kind of like, I don't want to say repackaged him, but they started booking him differently, and he was like, he's been one of my favorite guys lately, and just a kick-ass match here. Dunne gets the win. Kick-ass match.
Sure.
Again, on the edge of my seat, just two guys just literally, even though it's a wrestling match, I feel like this is one thing that NXT has going for them is they have just guys, and maybe it's the product they're trying to put out. Maybe it's what Triple H is trying to do with NXT, but just guys that beat the shit out of each other. Like, obviously it's a wrestling match, but these guys are just giving it hell and just beating the crap out of each other.
Well, like you're saying, when I'm going to compare this to some of the NXT matches, even, you know, we were talking about it on the reaction show. You had a match where there were no, you know, suicidas or none of that. Like, it was just basically, like you're saying, just slobber knocks.
There's no spot fests.
No, and some matches you need that. Like, you can, everybody's not an acrobat, and this is like, these are two guys that don't like each other. And even when I listen to, like, say, Bully Ray's show, and he's saying, you know, okay, this is supposed to be a grudge match. These guys really don't like each other, and then you do a flip, like, you know, that doesn't make sense. So
that's a great point. Great point.
So, you know, so that's like, these guys didn't like each other, and they went at it, and that's how, like, that told the whole story right there. And then, you know, and then with how Pete Dunne does the fingers and everything, I can, you know, sometimes you can barely watch Pete Dunne matches because you're like, oh, you know.
Did you mean to say AEW? Like, you're comparing this to AEW?
AEW, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Just being sure. Yes. You said NXT. So
somebody said, yeah. Sorry about that. AEW.
I'm trying to keep Kenny in the unemployment line. So
right. Yeah, because he was going to say DJ said.
I think that's it. I think you hit it right on the head there, man. With like, it's a lot of slobber knockers, where AEW is a lot of flips and spot fests, and I feel like I'm watching an independent show with AEW. We did say we weren't going to mention AEW on tonight's show, but we got a couple things just to throw at them. Some shade to throw at AEW. But yeah, I think you hit it right on the head with the fact that it's so many spot fests. It's like, I feel like I'm going to a high school gym and watching this, and these guys are trying to impress me and make me remember their name by doing some ridiculous flip off the top rope or over the top rope, or you know. And I think what NXT is doing great is that they have these matches where, and we'll get into another one a little bit later on, where they're just beating the freaking crap out of each other. And it's like, you're almost wondering if they're actually hurting each other. We'll move on to match number. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You had one more.
I was just going to say, in the match I think you're thinking about, I think they definitely were hurting each other, but go ahead. Next match.
Oh yeah. We'll get to that. Next match was the Gauntlet Eliminator to earn an NXT North American Championship match, man. I wanted Cameron Grimes to win this so bad, but I also, dude, I'm on the bandwagon with you, man, with Dexter. I've been saying it for a little while. Like, his character's just so good and creepy. Like, he plays it perfectly. He's got that's no pun intended, that stone cold stare. Like, I think he's he is like very enjoyable. I don't hate that Bronson Reed got the win,
right?
But
because he works hard. Like Bronson Reed works really hard, and he's like he's a likable person, you know. So that's why you're not mad when he wins.
What'd you think of the whole gauntlet eliminator like style of match? Did you enjoy it? I mean, this was a little bit different than some of the stuff we've seen in the past.
Yeah, it's almost like a battle bowl kind of a feel, if you will. Yeah. I'm not sure. Like I almost, rather something like something else. I don't know. Yeah. I didn't, it's kind of, I didn't like it that I'd rather almost a tournament. But hey, they had to do this was definitely to get more names into the show. So I'll give them a kudos for that. They even started, it looks like they started another rivalry here with LA Knight and Dex. So
I'm here for that, man. I actually thought LA Knight might win it. I thought Fig Knight 27 might win it.
It looked like he was about to.
I was gonna say, I give them credit for trying something new. I've said that with AEW as well. Like, sure. I'm all for trying something new, throw it at the wall, see if it sticks. This was, I wasn't crazy about it. I thought there were, like you said, man, like there's a couple other things I think they could have done, to kind of get the guys involved, but do something a little bit different. Right. It was okay. The match overall, like the concept of the match was okay. Overall, I thought the match was good. And like I said, man, I'm here for, Bronson Reed getting the win, and we'll talk about him a little bit more. Nothing crazy though. Like, again, not a spot fest. I mean, even with Isaiah Scott and Leon Ruff in it, thought maybe there might be some crazy stuff going on, but nothing too crazy.
They were fighting.
And Swerve actually made it to the end there. So
Swerve, man, he's got the right nickname. I'll just say that. Like when he started to go with the he got paid and then he ended up like pinning the guy that paid him. Like, so like, well, his name is Swerve. Like you tried to pay Swerve to help you there, Cameron.
Yeah. Yep. And then, all right, next match was, we haven't done like our full rundown in a long time. Next match was the match I was talking about where the guys were literally, I mean, you look at these two guys and you just know this is going to be a fight. Right. Regardless of if it's pro wrestling or not, these guys are going to get in there and they don't care. And you could see it in Walter's chest at the end of the match. I'm talking about Walter and Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT UK title. Walter finally defending his UK title. I will say, dude, this match, one of my favorite matches of the year so far.
Of the year, you say?
Of the year. I mean, it's only what month? It's only April. So
right.
And there's been a lot of shitty matches, but yeah, I think it's one of my matches of the year so far. One of.
Well, and I am one of those people. Okay, because I am one of those people that say it's almost unfair to count, like, say, the Royal Rumble as a match, like one match.
Oh, yeah.
So that's not fair. So yeah, I haven't thought about it, but that, I could definitely, I'm with you on the top 5. I can go with you on that.
Right on.
Walter, he's just like, I mean, this is the match we were talking about. I think you were alluding to where these guys this was almost like a shoot almost, but like a shoot where you could tell that this is what they decided to do backstage. They're like, hey, we're going to go out there and hit each other.
Yep.
Okay. And then, because the shots that you were seeing them take, it's like, no, he didn't pull that at all. Like, like I'm watching it right here. He did not pull that.
Right. No, like I said, you could see it in Walter's chest at the end where his chest was just as red as, Ciampa's. So, I was actually surprised that this match had the title on the line. I was very surprised actually that this match had the title on the line. Because like I feel like it was like a direct clue as far as who was going to win. Like if we did predictions for this, I would have said Walter's winning because there's no way they're giving. Why would they give Ciampa a UK championship, have him go over to the UK and battle and defend it in a pandemic? You know, despite
then Walter wrestled today,
right.
In the UK, like he straight got on a plane and
wasn't that taped? Isn't that taped?
Oh, I guess maybe.
I'm assuming it was taped, but.
Maybe I have to look at it again because I mean the telling thing is if you look at his chest on the show,
right,
then it's like okay, dude just got on a jet and said let's go some more.
Yeah, I was assuming that was taped. I saw that he wrestled today, and I just assumed they taped that, but
dude's I think. Like even if the title wasn't on the line, I think they're trying to build up Walter here. I think they want this to be a monster. You know, maybe by the time we get to Inglewood, we have Walter we have Walter at WrestleMania because, dude, he's a badass. Like there's just no going around it.
So I'm just writing down a note here to talk about later when we get to night 2. I just thought of something, but
night 2, okay.
When we get there.
Right.
NXT Tag Team Championships, MSK, Grizzled Young Veterans, probably the worst name in wrestling, and Legado del Fantasma. Another good match. This is a match where, you know, there was a few spot fest deals.
To give you that variety. Because there's wrestling fans that want that, and that's fine. Like, you know, this is the art form where it's okay to like certain types of matches, but like I don't want every match. Like this is perfect for me because I don't like every match to be the same.
Right.
So we had some spots. We had some guys flying around. It fit their characters anyway. Like MSK is like that's what they do. Like, you know, so let them go. I like this match. It's like they just let them go. Let's let the chips fall where they may.
MSK is going to be, I think, a big deal eventually in NXT. I think they're going to be like the Revival or the big Spanish guys. Why can I not think of their name? AOP. Like they're going to be one of the better tag teams, I think, once it's all said and done. Once they move up to the main roster and get ruined, I think MSK is going to be one of the best, one of the better tag teams in NXT when it's all said and done. I enjoy them a whole heck of a lot. Who got the win? Why can't I remember who got the win?
MSK won.
MSK, you're right. Yep. Perfect.
Yep.
So
new champs.
Yep.
They got the side. They showed them putting on their side plates on their titles and everything.
Nice. I did not see that. All right. So then we got the main event of night number 1. It was Io Shirai and Raquel Gonzalez. Another banger from the women's division. Now we were talking about Spot Fest and stuff. There was a couple. I mean, there was one really big spot in this, but again, that's like what Io Shirai does. And I thought this was a great matchup because you have Io Shirai, who obviously like she did the thing with the trash can. By now, you guys know she jumped off the skull at Stand and Deliver. So like she's doing this crazy shit, but I feel like you can also like. I feel like Raquel Gonzalez also probably heard that when they talked about, you know, what they were going to do. I feel like Io Shirai can take a beating. She's almost like Asuka, where she can take a beating, give a beating, but then also do this crazy shit at the same time. I enjoyed this match a lot too. Like this was the match I saw last night live. I got home, popped it on. And this, I was just like, again, glued to it. And I watched it. I couldn't tell you the last like WWE women's match or AEW women's match where I went back and actually like watched it again. Where I didn't deliberately watch this again, but I went on like I said, I was watching it. It was on. I didn't turn it off when it popped back on. Right. When I was catching up on everything today. So yeah, I just thought again, man, I don't have anything bad to say about night number 1. I have a few bad things to say about night number 2, and we'll get to that. But nothing to say about nothing bad to say about night number 1, man.
Io Shirai can just get up like that, like because when you look at when she does these things, like when she went off the top of the War Games cage and when she jumped off the top of the skull. Remember, she's not just falling, like, okay, she's like getting some elevation and then coming down. So
it's not
like,
a trust fall or anything.
No, it's not the coffin drop. It's not, it's like she really is. I think she really is fearless and for real. Like she's not. I think she's kind of got some Jeff Hardy where you could pretty much ask her to do whatever, and I think she's gonna do it because
she's got that adrenaline. She's an adrenaline junkie,
right? So
she wants that high from we're toy junkies where we get that high from finding them exclusives in the store where she jumps off
20-foot
all
skulls.
Kinds of things. Yeah. And gets high off that.
Did you see what Kevin Owens had to say? Like, so they were.
No, I didn't.
So on Twitter, like WWE Fox, like tried to message Kevin Owens on the skull jump, and then he goes, "Look, Io Shirai like is graceful in the air, whereas I just fall off of stuff." Like that's what. So, and that's the difference. Because he's absolutely right. Like and yeah, she's incredible.
I saw a thing today. It was like a drone shot of the stage for Mania, and it was like Kevin Owens is going to find a way to jump off the pirate ship at Raymond James Stadium. So we'll see.
We'll see. Because I wouldn't put it past. I don't put that kind of stuff past him or Shane. No,
right. Shane's the same way. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
So that was night one, man. On a scale of 1 to 10, give me your thoughts on night one. Give me a score, 1 through 10.
Just because like 10 is just such a hard score.
Right.
I gotta give it a 9. Just because 10 is just so hard. Like I want to make that really difficult to get. Yeah. So I'm gonna give it a 9.
If you guys hear me grunting, by the way, or maybe like saying shit out of nowhere, I'm in the background. You can probably see it in the YouTube video. You can see it in one of my detolfs. I'm watching the Frozen 4. You guys know I'm a big hockey guy. UMass is in the Frozen 4. So I'm watching them, and there's just it's tied right now with like 6 minutes left in the third period. So yeah, so I kind of keep looking over there, and I just caught myself grunting into the microphone. Yeah, go UMass. They're playing the Frozen 4. We're getting off topic here. But the Frozen 4.
Somebody was like, "What hockey?"
Yeah, like, we don't give a shit about hockey. Get back to the wrestling. 3 out of the 4 teams that made it to the Frozen 4 are from Minnesota, and then UMass. So, UMass is a big hockey school. Anyway, let's go back to. I'll give my rating for night one. I can't believe I kept my train of thought there. Night one, I will say 9.5. 9.5.
Went over.
Yeah. I'm like, as you said, 10 is so hard, but like this show was so good.
It's good. It was a good night.
I've been saying it, man. Like I was more amped up for Stand and Deliver than I was for Mania, or than I am for Mania. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna watch Mania, and I'm probably gonna be into it. And and
they have a good track record with you like not expecting.
Right, with zero expectations,
and then going in, and then you've been thoroughly entertained, like after you didn't have any expectations.
Right, and I'm kind of hoping that happens this weekend. But let's get into night number 2 here. Night number 2 just wrapped up a little while ago. Like we told you earlier, we were watching it like together. The end. Pre-show, Breezango versus Drake Maverick and Killian Dane, number 1 contender match. For I believe it's for the tag team titles. Yeah, number 1. Yep. And wait, hold on. Oh, Breezango. Oh my god, I thought this was. I read this at first, and I thought it was Fandango versus Drake Maverick.
Oh no, it was Breezango.
With Killian Dane. I just read it wrong.
Right.
So Drake Maverick and Killian Dane go over on Breezango in the pre-show. Who cares?
It felt like an NXT Tuesday or Wednesday night match. Is what that one felt like.
They started out with a banger on the main card with the Cruiserweight Championship ladder match. Santos Escobar versus Jordan Devlin. I saw a few people say that this was the best ladder match that they've ever seen.
Wow. I mean, it was very good. Like I would have to sit back and think about it for a second, but
I don't know if I could say it's the best ladder match I've ever. Dude, TLC, that's a ladder match. It's part of the acronym. I thought it was a very good match. Probably one of the best matches of the night. Not the best match of the night, but one of the best matches of the night.
Well, recency bias then, huh?
Yeah. But I thought it was very good. Escobar got the win over Devlin to become the true undisputed NXT Cruiserweight champion. I did like the whole story with this, with the 2 belts, the ladder match, Shawn Michaels coming out and saying you guys are going into a ladder match. I thought all that was done very well.
He's like, I know how to settle this.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought overall, man, good match. You know what? I didn't like him too much when he came out, Santos Escobar originally, but the more I see of him, the more I dig. Jordan Devlin to me is like Finn Balor light. It's like Finn Balor is the Budweiser, and then Jordan Devlin is Bud Light.
Is Bud Light. Okay. Any lime? Bud Light lime? Or
no, not Bud Light lime. He's just Bud Light.
Okay.
So. Then we got Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon versus The Way, NXT Tag Team Women's Team Championships. I love The Way. I love Candice LeRae.
We know.
But, I said today during that the reveals for the figures, I said she's like underrated hot. Like I don't know if it's like because she looks real, like you know what I mean? Like she looks like a real girl you'd see like at the mall or at the bar or yeah. I don't know. I'm into her. I love her. Not as much as I love Scarlett. We'll get into that.
Right. Like Scarlett's gonna call you in a minute. Like
but another decent match, but this was another match to me that even though it was a championship match, it just felt like a regular NXT show match, you know, where it was just like, okay, cool. Blackheart and Moon are awesome. LeRae and why can I never remember her name, the freaking partner's name?
Focused on Candice LeRae. poor girl, like she can't even get your attention to
Hartwell
for you to remember her name.
Indy Hartwell. Yeah, like I just felt like this was another match that we'd see on, like it didn't feel special, sadly, for me anyway. I don't know how you felt about it, man. How'd you feel?
It was about the same. Like it was like, you know, okay, we're getting a chance to see them defend the titles. Like that's the, you know, it's like I do want them to build this like, because I think they're a very good tag team and good tag team champions. So the more title defenses they get under their belt, you know, no pun intended, then the better, because I think they're a good tag team and should be built.
Breaking news, sadly, breaking news.
Like right now,
like right this second, just got a message about it. Actually, like 20 minutes ago. DMX has passed away.
Oh no!
At the age of 50. Damn.
That
sucks. Oh wait, hold on. Maybe not. The tweet was deleted, so maybe it's not. Okay. I don't want to spread fake news.
No, we don't want to do that.
We'll follow up on that. But the tweet was deleted, so maybe he wasn't. Maybe he hasn't passed away. Anyway, sorry. Next time I interrupt the podcast, it will not be for hockey. Actually, it might be for hockey, but it will not be for DMX passing away unless
it's for real.
Unless it's for real. Yep.
Got it.
All right. Sorry. Right. Sorry, guys. I'm getting off track here. It's late here on the East Coast. I don't know if I mentioned that. I just chugged a bang. So, yeah. All right. Where'd we leave off? Sorry.
Yeah, guys. So far, I'm not seeing Ted.
I'm assuming
I just see brain tests, right? So far for today.
Yeah, I went to TMZ. I almost said I went to DMX. So
and then TMZ though, like they're pretty undefeated on that.
Yeah, but they just say brain function unchanged right now. He's still on life support.
Okay. So yeah, TMZ, when they say somebody's dead, like they've been undefeated so far. Like
right. That's how I found out Kobe died.
Exactly.
It was TMZ.
Exactly.
So All right, let's get back to wrestling. All right.
And death and
yeah, and UMass almost just scored. All right, next match, NXT North America. Were you done with the
yes,
Shotzi Blackheart, Ember Moon in the
next match?
All right, yeah, let's do it. Johnny Gargano and Bronson Reed for the North American Championship, and I thought Bronson Reed looked really good in this match. Going up against the NXT veteran,
right?
Austin Theory came out for a little bit, distracted Reed a couple times, and then but still Gargano, man, he is not letting this belt go. He is in him and Ciampa, man. This is the point I was writing down earlier. Him and Ciampa, man, are in NXT, I think, for life.
Like their career NXT guys, huh?
I think they want to be. I think they've seen. I mean, I have no reason to believe this or this is just my own opinion, I guess. But I think they see what happens to guys when they get called up, and they're like, you know what, we're happy here. And I'm sure, especially with Gargano and Candice LeRae, like he doesn't want to go up probably unless she gets up. I mean, I know they're not traveling as much as they were. Actually, they're not traveling at all, obviously. Now. Right. It's good. Like, I would not be surprised if that's part of the reason why he doesn't want to get called up unless she's getting called up.
That's a good call out there.
But yeah, man, Gargano is still one of my favorites in NXT. I know our good friend Charles Andrew, is not a fan and calls me out for that all the time because he's not a fan of Gargano, but I love him, man. I think he's a great little like Weasley little heel. And I think the way just kind of they're entertaining, man. They're entertaining. But what was your thoughts on this match, my man?
So good, like you said, like just a classic, back and forth, smaller guy going against the bigger guy. You had the heel get a little bit of help from his friends, and we got a title retained here, and going for the career, like the thought on them being career NXT guys. It does remind me of like say Sting, and maybe this will end up being Omega, like where they just kind of see what's happening in WWE and they're like, yeah, I think I just want to stay where I am or stay here. It's working,
Yep.
So that you might be right. Well, time will tell.
Especially those guys, like they're probably making enough money where like it's not a big deal. Like obviously WWE money is like life-changing money, but like if you're a big name in NXT, you're doing all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so.
Oh yeah.
And NXT needs those headliner guys. Like I don't think you'd see Breezango or Finn Balor or like Zack Ryder when he did it. Like these guys go back to NXT or ask to go back to NXT like Andrade did and they refused, which that still makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to find out like there's stuff missing in that story.
Yeah. But yeah, it makes sense. If you're a top guy in NXT, you're going to make money and you're going to do what you want to do and probably enjoy it a little bit better. And it's probably a little less hectic, man. But,
right.
All right. Next match was the championship match. Finn Balor and Karrion Kross with my girl Scarlett. This match, another solid match, man. And some good storytelling here. The build-up for this was really good. I called this maybe a month ago. I said Balor's not going to lose the belt until Karrion Kross pins him at some point. Karrion Kross is going to be the one to take the belt off of Finn Balor. And sure enough, remember how bad I was at predictions in 2020? Let me just pat myself on the back here. We are doing all right in 2021 as we're getting ready to do our WrestleMania predictions.
Two nights of WrestleMania picks. Oh Lord. Yeah, no, I like the storytelling. You had Finn going after the midsection.
Yep.
Because it's like, hey, if I'm gonna hit the coup de grace, I need the midsection to be soft so I can.
Yep.
So, and wasn't enough. Still wasn't enough. But the other predictions like that we talk about in Fig Cave and everything is, maybe now we can have that at some point, Demon versus Fiend.
Yeah. That was Phil said he thinks that on Monday night we're gonna see Finn back and he's gonna confront the Fiend. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Balor stays in NXT. For a little bit. I mean, he didn't really get a. Well, actually, that's not true. I don't know if he got a send off or not because I shut once that match was over and they went to like the vaccine commercial. I shut everything off and I sent DJ the link to start recording. I was like, "Yo, man, I thought he was just on BPT and we're hanging out." I'm like waiting for him. I just hit you with a BPT,
which I never use, but I'm like that guy that's annoyingly early to everything.
Do you want to let the people know what BPT is?
That's black people time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because yes, I do have relatives that are
oh my god, dude,
historically late.
So off topic here again, real quick. One of my best friends, real life best friends, is a Caribbean American. Okay, and he's always freaking late. And he's like, "No, man, I'm right on time." BPT. He's always throwing that acronym at me.
That Gandalf time.
He'll be like 2 hours late. And he's like, "No, man, I'm on time. What are you talking about?" And it drives me nuts because I'm always on time or early. So
right.
Anyway, the hell were we talking about? Oh, we're talking about the
we're talking about it.
The title match.
It's gonna be on Raw or SmackDown on Monday.
Holy shit, what a save. Yeah, I don't think Balor's coming up yet. I think give it a little bit more time.
Okay.
And I think we're going to see like younger guys getting called up for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong with that prediction. Who knows?
Right.
But
you think, how about you think EO?
I could see her getting called up.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even mention that Raquel, we talked about the match, but we never mentioned that Raquel Gonzalez is new women's champion.
We did, I guess not. Well, I mean, most people know that by the time they listen
to this, you probably know.
But yeah, she wins it. And, I kind of felt like I almost just kind of like felt like this might be it for EO on NXT because they did in bonus content show her taking a bow.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
As she was getting out of the ring. Whatever that means, that's what it means. Maybe they were just giving a bow because it was a good damn match.
Right.
But it would not shock me at all to see her all of a sudden on on the red or blue.
Same.
What else is there? She has nothing else to prove in NXT at all.
Right. All right. Back to Balor and Karrion Kross. Another match where they just like beat the crap out of each other. Like it felt like a fight. It felt important. It felt like everything you want a wrestling match to feel like.
Right.
Karrion Kross, as we mentioned, becomes a new NXT champion. As much as I love Scarlett, the little things on her chest, the little spikes coming out of her upper body, little weird, little turn off. I'm a little scared.
Not cuddly.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. It's funny. So obviously I follow her on Instagram. And every once in a while, I'm like, can I just see you like in a hoodie and like shorts, like not these like bondage getups that you've been wearing. Yeah, you're wearing all the time. Like, can we just see you in like real life?
Maybe that's real life.
Maybe she's full-time full-time dominatrix.
Yeah,
but,
she likes
all right,
patent leather and buckles,
Yeah, UMass go into overtime. All right. Last match.
Now, is it golden goal in overtime for
sudden death? Yeah, sudden death. Unsanctioned Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, baby. This is another one that just felt like a big fight. Like these guys just hate each other.
It's like they need a DJ Khaled at the arena just so he can grab the mic and go another one.
A great fight. They beat the shit out of each other. They went
literally.
They went through the ramp.
Yes,
that was a really cool spot.
Did some Bam Bam Bigelow action for us.
There's a couple spots where I was like, man, you don't see that a ton. They used
then
like
he
a
brought him
tire
out the side of the ramp. Like
Right.
like they didn't even come out of the hole that they fell into. He breaks the side of the ramp and pulls him out of the side. Like, wow.
Yep.
I've not seen that before.
Yep. He beat Kyle O'Reilly. Adam Cole beat Kyle O'Reilly with the chair painted with the Undisputed Era logo on it, which I'm sure you'll see in a figure at some point.
Yep.
I like that. Like, I feel like we've seen like a tire iron come out, but nobody's ever actually used it. Tonight we actually saw somebody hit somebody with it. They used the chain a ton. Obviously, that's how Kyle O'Reilly got the win. He put the chain on his knee and hit the knee from the top rope.
With Adam Cole like laying in a crazy like chair spot. Like they had the chair set up some kind of crazy way, and and he was laying in it. Like you have to see it. Like it's it's like what is this?
Right. And yeah, I just thought it was a great way to end the pay-per-view. And the only thing I thought, I mean, me and you talked about this because we were waiting to start recording while we were watching it. A little long. Match was a little long. There's a couple times where I was like, oh, this is it. Same thing with you said, the same thing. Like, oh, that's it. And then, they're gonna keep going. So your thoughts on this match, man, besides it being a little too long?
Yeah, I won't do that to because we were waiting to do something. They were doing that's probably the exact amount of time that they wanted. So I won't downgrade them for that. No, it's again like grudge match. So that means you didn't have people flipping over the top rope and doing somersaults and stuff. They were brought they showed up the squab, So we had tables and tables, toolboxes came out, brain busters on the stairs, and so you had everything but both of them being busted open. That was the only thing missing, really. So maybe they didn't want that tonight, I guess. I mean, you had, I think Adam Cole I think he totally cut his hand on accident when they went through the ramp. But it was a good effect though. It was good for the match.
Definitely.
But yeah, I had like no real, because what we were complaining about, that's like real first world problem there. As for the match itself, it was a wonderful match.
Yeah, it was a good match overall. Great 2 nights of wrestling for NXT. We got SmackDown still to come, and then 2 nights of WrestleMania, and then Monday Night Raw, and then NXT, and then AEW. It never ends. We're going on this.
It doesn't. I think next Thursday's only. That's the next time there's no wrestling on that night.
Oh,
right?
Impact on.
No, Impact will be on. Oh, geez.
Don't let Penny hear you say there's no wrestling on.
Yeah. So next Saturday? Oh, man. Yep. Yeah, I think because it even looks like I'm almost treating this SmackDown as a pre-show. Like, that's what it seems like to me. Like, they're doing the Battle Royal and everything. So... Yeah. So it's almost like the WrestleMania pre-show on SmackDown.
Are they doing a women's battle royal? Like, don't they usually do a women's battle royal?
There's a Mae Young trophy, right?
Right. I think so. Anyway, Kenny, we got work to do.
Yeah.
Let us know. Anyway, before we get in, actually, night 2. Give me your rating 1 through 10 on night 2.
I'm gonna go at 8.
All right, I'm gonna go 8.5. So we're both going like down 1. Night 2, not as good as night 1. But overall, man. Like I said, 2 great nights, I thought, of wrestling. And just, again, man, I say it almost every show at this point. NXT, I'm a fucking mark for NXT. NXT
so
is just,
when we go to Mania weekend in LA, we're going to have to include tickets to go to NXT.
I mean, that's 2 years away. So we'll see if they're still on top of their game. But because I haven't always been, all about NXT. It just seems to be right now they're doing everything right. I mean, it's always been decent, but I think right now they're just doing everything right. So anything else on NXT Stand and Deliver before we get into our WrestleMania predictions and talk a little more wrestling before are you good?
I'm good. Just it was definitely 2 shows that fit into WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, before we get into our WrestleMania predictions and preview, let's get into a little word from our sponsor. Guys, how many figures do you have in your collection? 20, 50, 100? What about 43,000 figures? What? 43,000 figures. FigureCollections.com has a database of 43,000 action figures and toys, allowing you to search by character or series. You wonder how many freaking Undertaker figures there are? I'll give you a hint. It's over 300. You can see pictures of almost all of them by searching Undertaker in FigureCollections.com database. FigureCollections.com has been around since 2007, providing the best figure information, deals, and videos. You can get all the info over at FigureCollections.com. Check out the figure database today. It's FigureCollections.com.
And we're back.
That's all right. That's what editing's for. I had to go pee.
Okay.
I had to go pee, guys. So I rushed back. If you're watching the video, I tried to pee during the commercial break there. All right, WrestleMania. It's upon us. You guys know this. Let's get into our predictions, DJ. We got night 1 and night 2, 14 matches in total, according to Wikipedia right now. Let's do it, man. Let's start with night 1, man. I'm gonna just make a little chart here so I can keep track of all this. Man, this is a lot to predict. 14
It is.
matches.
And my daughter is completely excited
Nice.
about this being a weekend she's going to be with Dad because
Awesome. That's awesome.
because her mom is not a wrestling fan, so she would be missing all this.
Awesome. I don't know if my kid's excited. Actually, we haven't talked about it much. So, all right, let's get it. Yeah, we'll definitely be watching it. All right, here we go. Night number 1. Let's start from the bottom up. We got Lana and Naomi versus Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose versus the Riot Squad versus Natalya and Tamina. The winner receives the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match on night 2. It is a tag team turmoil match. Who you got? Who you got, DJ? I'm the champion. I'll let you go. I'll be a gentleman.
Oh, you're gonna let me? Let's see. First off, we're gonna have WrestleMania here for the baby face here to take home the title in front.
Wait a minute, why am I the heel? I don't mind being the heel, but why am I the heel?
I don't know. I just decided it. So anywho, I just like for storyline reasons, you can put that down now. I just have this feeling about the storyline that I think Lana and Naomi are going to win this. Because long-term storytelling here, you still have Nia Jax as one of the tag team champions, and her and Lana thing going.
Yeah, that's a great point. Shit, I guess I have to pick on that basis. I have to pick Lana and Naomi myself. Good thing there is 13 other matches to choose.
I'm about to say we're not going to tie on all these matches.
No.
And then this match has got 1,800 other tag teams in it, but
I'm not, actually, all right. You know what? I'm going to change mine just because you said that. I'm going to go Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose.
Okay, you just like Mandy Rose.
Oh, I love Mandy Rose.
Yeah.
They've been on TV a lot, so I could see them getting some kind of.
True. They've been getting pushed. They've been getting
some kind of push. So, all right. Next match up is Cesaro versus Seth Rollins in a singles match. This is a weird match to me. Like, Seth Rollins, is a main event guy. He's a headliner, and he's in this random match against Cesaro. I think it'll be really good. I'm not going to say Cesaro gets the win. I think Seth Rollins takes it over the Swiss cyborg.
That's one of those when you're warming yourself up before you come on. You can Swiss cyborg. I'm going with the Swiss cyborg. I think this is Cesaro's time. I think this is where he starts to climb the ladder for real now.
I hope so.
And because you have Seth Rollins, who at this point in his career, I don't think he's another one that just doesn't have any more to really prove. Like a loss to him, for him to lose would not hurt him at all. Whereas Whereas Cesaro needs this. He needs a big win at WrestleMania besides the tag team championship at WrestleMania 31. So let's do it, Cesaro. And then a bonus thought here, like if you are listening to us now and you are you're pushing for Cesaro, man, go get some merch or something. Like this is, your money talks. Like if you want to push him, you have to show that you like this guy. I'm hoping the crowd really, gives him that they pop when he comes out. So that if you want to push him, you have to show that you have some kind of emotion towards him, or he's just going to stay where he is.
Yep. All right, next match is Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon in a steel cage. DJ, Shane McMahon is definitely doing something crazy off the top of the cage.
Yes.
But who you got?
I'm still going to go with the freight train.
I hate that they do that like sound effect when he does that thing outside. So stupid. But I'm going to go Shane McMahon. I'm going Shane McMahon. No reason, just because I feel like Shane McMahon,
and it's a match it could go either way.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Next up, we got New Day versus AJ and Omos. I am trying to go fast because there is 14 matches, and then we still got news to talk about.
That's stuff.
Tag team match for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships. I'm going with AJ and Omos. Omos, however the hell you say his name. We talked about it a few weeks ago where AJ needs this to become I believe a Grand Slam champion. So I could see this happening. I could see it happening.
True. Like that's what's making this kind of it's tearing me here on this particular match, because I can definitely see New Day winning this thing, but we're talking about history that could be made, and this is WrestleMania. Yeah, but you know what? I just for the heck of it, I'm gonna go with the Day.
All right. Next up, we got Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. The whole reason everybody is turning into WrestleMania.
That's it.
Taking on
he sold how many tickets?
Yeah, taking on The Miz and Jomo. I picked first on the last one. You picked first on this one.
All right. I'm gonna go with the Bunny.
Yeah, dude. There's a reason they have Bad Bunny on this show. There's no chance Bad Bunny and Damian Priest lose this match.
Well, and just the record for celebrities, like they are. I think there's one loss.
I'm not even sure, to be honest with you, but
I think it's one. I think Mr. T losing the boxing match, and I think, and if you want to say, like I say he lost, but I think he might have even won by disqualification. Gotcha. But I don't remember. Celebrities don't come on WrestleMania to lose. Like that's just
right. Exactly. Especially somebody Bad Bunny's stature, where multinational star. So.
No,
next up, we got Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre.
Punter.
Next up is Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre. I'm sticking with my plan here, where Drew McIntyre wins the title back in front of fans, and this is going to be it. And this is going to be his WrestleMania moment. I think McIntyre takes it.
I agree. And here's my bonus. Like, I think is what's going to happen.
I was going to ask you a follow up on this. And I think you're going exactly where I think you're going. Go ahead.
Sorry. All right. This is going to be the first match of WrestleMania.
Oh, that wasn't where I was going.
Okay. Yeah. I think this match opens WrestleMania. I think they want so Drew, again, like this is kind of a hats off to Drew. I think he's going to get the first entrance.
So he froze.
Oh, can you refreezing?
You froze up a little bit there. You just said Drew McIntyre is going to get the Drew McIntyre is going to get the entrance. You said the opening entrance.
Yeah, he's going to get the first entrance of WrestleMania, so everybody can have that first pop with him, and then having the first WrestleMania moment in front of people. Like I think that this is my total guess. Like this is a total guess on this.
That's a good point there. Good point. But yeah, we're both picking Drew McIntyre on that one, right?
Yes.
All right. Got that written down. All right, last match listed here on Wikipedia is Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair for the WWE Women's SmackDown Championship. This is a tough one. This is very tough. Very tough.
Yeah.
I'm going with. Wait, I think I went first on the last one, so I think you go first on this one. Thank God.
All right.
I'm still trying to decide.
Yeah. So this is like I know why this is tough because it's like you have Bianca, you have Sasha who's due, like she's due a win at WrestleMania. You have Bianca who is just a shooting star at this point. Like she's just shooting up the charts and she's way over. I think I gotta go with the EST here.
All right. I'm going Sasha Banks.
Yep. Either pick is like it's like you can't really argue with either pick.
Banks, but I don't really know why, to be honest with you.
Well, again, she's like been like it's gonna be a been there before. She's the vet in this situation, and she's over. Like I mean, that's kind of incredible for a wrestler of Sasha's status,
right?
So she's due. She is due to win. But just for the sake of like, just in case they want to continue this losing streak for our title reasons, I'm going to go with the EST.
All right, fair enough. All right, on to night 2. The first match listed is Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler with Reginald taking on whoever wins that tag team turmoil match. So I think for this match, since we don't know who's obviously going to win the tag team turmoil, we either skip it since there's 14 matches, or we just say Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler is going to lose. Like it doesn't, like I don't have to. If I pick against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, it doesn't mean that Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke are going to win the title. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's fair. It's kind of like like when you're doing the NCAA tournament on the app, and it doesn't matter who won the play-in game. Like you think they're going to win or lose that next round. Right. Go ahead.
You went first. I'm going to go with the challengers. Whoever the challengers are going to win, not Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax.
I think it's about time that Shayna like gets her singles run again. So I think this has gone long enough with like you said, I think whoever wins it they're going to be champs.
Yep.
The next night.
Sorry. I'm going a little too fast. Next
up
up is a match for the United States title. It's Riddle and Sheamus. Who you got on this one, man?
I think I'm gonna keep rolling with the bro here. Gonna be I think this is gonna be one of like this match is gonna be serious. Like this is gonna be they're gonna be knocking the hell out of each other in this match.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna have that NXT feel where it just feels like they're beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, because Riddle can take it. Like Riddle can take a beating. And he can give one out too. But but yeah, I see him retaining.
All right. I'm going Sheamus. Just feel like Sheamus hasn't done much recently. So this would be a way to get him to
got some classics with McIntyre.
Yeah, I just mean like title wise, he hasn't done much. So
okay.
I'm going Sheamus. And then next match is Sami Zayn with Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens in a singles match. You picked Riddle first on that last one. I'm gonna go with who I like on this one. Even though we were saying like Bad Bunny is not gonna lose, Logan Paul's not really in this match. He's just with Sami Zayn. I love Sami Zayn's new character or his the run he's been on lately, but I'm going KO.
Yeah, and then we just talked about like having guest stars.
Yeah,
at WrestleMania.
I'm going against the guest star thing on this one.
Historically, the people that are in the corner, that record's a little bit different. Like, for example, I believe you had like if we go back to like say WrestleMania 3 with Alex Cooper and Jake the Snake Roberts' corner, I think Jake the Snake still loses.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't see how Kevin Owens loses this match but they always like these guys put on classic matches.
I was going to say, I feel like we've seen these guys wrestle before.
Oh yeah, they've had some classic matches.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, so this is actually one of the like low key matches that I think people are not really paying attention to, and they forgot. Like I think they forgot how good these guys, like the chemistry that these guys have in the ring.
Yep.
They're going to get reminded when they. So
and Kevin Owens will do something crazy,
and he's going to do something crazy, and like shit, Sammy might do something crazy too.
True.
Yep.
Next up, we got Big E versus Apollo Crews in a Nigerian drum fight, whatever the fuck that means, for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Go ahead. Who you picking?
I'm going with the Nigerian Nightmare. I think Apollo finally gets over here, but Big E will look strong in the loss still, because I do think Big E is going to continue to climb.
Yep.
But yeah, I got to go with Mr. Cruz.
I'm going with Apollo Crews as well. I think it's just his time. Think about this though, like in the last 6-8 months, probably 8 months, Apollo Crews, if he wins, he's going to have had the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title, which is awesome for him. I'm a big Apollo Crews fan. I think that's awesome, to be honest with you. Just something I thought while I was writing down his name, like that he might win the Intercontinental title.
No, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope. No, I think he's come a long way. I do like this character way better than, like I said this when they first had him come, like, the whole, big smile baby face thing just doesn't work with our fans nowadays.
Right.
So, and I'm like, and he's such a good wrestler. I've seen him, this is a guy I've seen wrestle in high school gyms and everything before he got to WWE, and you can tell this guy was going to be a star. I'm glad I'm glad we're at the point where we are now.
All right. Next match, we got The Fiend with Alexa Bliss taking on Randy Orton in a singles match. I'm going Fiend on this one. I think Fiend just comes back, is burned, and just ends up ending this thing. Hopefully it's the end of this too. This has been going on a little too long. But yeah, I'm going Fiend.
Yeah, and I'm even wondering if this is some kind of match to get Randy Orton some time off.
Yeah, dude. I was thinking the same exact thing.
Because he's been going, right? He like since last March.
Yeah, I was like, it would make sense if Fiend wins and they somehow write Orton off TV for a little while, to give him a little bit of a break. But yeah, he does something
devastating to Randy, and
yeah, like even through the pandemic, man, he's been like one of the, he's been on almost every not every like SmackDown but he's been on Raw almost every single week, right? Yeah, and every pay-per-view, and he's been working his ass off. So I could definitely see him getting some time off. So I'm going Fiend.
Because even last WrestleMania, he had the hardcore match with Edge.
Right. Yeah,
for the false count anywhere,
or whatever they
which was a brutal match. Like they had a brutal match last year.
Yep.
And so, so on. So yeah, I'm going Fiend.
You're going Fiend.
Yes.
All right. 2 matches left. We got Asuka versus Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship. What you got there, DJ?
I'm going with the big Aussie. Yep, I think she takes it. Because I'm still hoping, like, and I know most people that know Asuka's other character are hoping like that she, like, somehow we have something happen where that other character comes out, because
she's not as goofy.
She's actually vicious with the other character. Right. It's a hell of a thing, and her outfits are and the way that she paints her face and everything is just a hell of a thing to see.
Yep.
And I think WWE fans would like it. I just think Rhea Ripley also, like, I don't think she deserved to lose last year. To Charlotte.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So it's like I almost feel like they owe her, So yeah, I'm gonna go with the big Aussie.
I'm going Asuka just to go against you.
Gotcha.
Solely just to go against you.
It's a competition, like.
Yep. All right, and last match, it's the triple threat. We got Roman Reigns, Edge, and Daniel Bryan. I will tell you who's not winning this match. Daniel Bryan. Sadly.
Oh
I'm
man,
going,
that was funny.
I'm going Edge.
Okay.
Edge definitely takes the win.
All right. I'm going with the head of the table.
I figured that's why I picked Edge.
Yeah, I'm going with the head of the table. Like you said, I think this was because I think we've talked about this. I think Daniel Bryan's getting ready to retire.
Yep.
And I think this is just their kind of nod to give him one more main event without having him like win the Royal Rumble or, do something to that nature.
Yep. I'm not going to be surprised if Roman wins. I probably will, even though I picked Edge, I probably will be shocked if Edge wins. Edge is kind of like Asuka. I'm trying to
get some differences here.
Trying to keep my baby. Trying to keep the title.
So, yeah, I just don't think they're ready to take it off Rome yet.
Yep.
And I don't know who it will be at this point. Like maybe Big E. Like we have Big E losing the Intercontinental title to come up and challenge Gold Glove here. So so see, I don't just make fun of I got nicknames for everybody. So yeah, I'm going with Rome. All
right. And that's our predictions, guys, for WrestleMania. We're going to wrap up the wrestling portion of the show here. Any thoughts on the Hall of Fame, man? I'm wicked excited for Mania. I'm not wicked excited, as we talked about earlier. I'm excited because it's just that weekend, but it does feel it feels very different this year. Not as different as it felt last year, but it does feel a little bit different this year. Any reaction to the Hall of Fame? I just kind of I enjoy the Hall of Fame, but I don't really have much to say about it. It's the same every year. Speeches, nothing, no shock or anything, but I had it on our notes just to see if there was anything that caught your eye or anything that besides the Bellas that just kind of stood out to you in the Hall of Fame. I mean, like I said, I don't nothing it, but I just kind of, it is what it is. There's nothing to really talk about with it. It was great to see Hogan, NWO, and Eric Bischoff looks great. Other than that though, Molly Holly was good. Nothing really to
RV.
Yeah.
RV just had he happens to be one of my he's on my top 20 for sure.
Oh, really? All right.
Yep. So I was happy for him. NWO, of course, should have probably been in, So, but I guess you don't want to put all the factions in 1 year.
Right.
So what happens next? Do we get a wolf pack and
literally every member ever of the NWO gets inducted? No, that can't happen. No. Yeah, it was like I said, man. I enjoy the Hall of Fame, but it's nothing. It's the same thing almost every year.
Right. Is Lex Luger in the Hall of Fame? It just I don't
think so.
Random question.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right.
Not yet, anyway.
Because you're gonna have some more, we're gonna have. Because now we're getting down to it, where now you're gonna have to start, going to the nitty gritty here on finding guys to put in the Hall of Fame.
Yep. All right. Let's move on to some news here from the week, and wrap up this wrestling portion of our show. Part one of the wrestling portion of our part one of our of this week's show. Like I said to you guys, when we started, we are splitting this show up into 2 parts. So we're gonna wrap things up here with the
after this comeback.
That's right. So big news of the week was Chris Jericho is going to be on the Broken Skull sessions with Stone Cold. What? Somebody from AEW is going to be on WWE TV? I think this just shows that Vince is just whatever, man. We're not scared of you.
They're not getting they can't get over 700,000 views on their main show.
Yeah.
Why should he be scared? Again, we make fun of Raw, like we're like, Raw sucks and all this stuff, but like a down year for Raw is them getting 1 million viewers.
Right.
So,
right.
No, he's not scared.
I think it's actually good for both companies. I think it's good. Obviously, it's going to be great for WWE ratings. That's probably going to be the most watched thing on the network for a very long time. But I think it's also
Stone is going to ask the questions. Like
but I also think it's good for AEW. Get some exposure to AEW. Maybe people who are, maybe that lapsed fan that we talk about here and there, where they see Jericho's going to be on this thing. Jericho obviously is probably going to talk about AEW a little bit, and that gets somebody who's not thinking about AEW necessarily to tune in on next Wednesday night. So I think it's going to be good for both companies.
Well, because now you got the time to watch both shows. Like you can tune in on Tuesday to watch NXT, and you can tune in on Wednesday, and you don't have to worry about switching over. You can just turn to AEW and sit back and relax. Yep.
All right. Where I lost my spot. Okay. Peacock told Pro Wrestling Insider that the WrestleMania 37 streams will have rewind and pause functions, but only on iPhones, iPads, and Apple TV. So yeah. I'm gonna have to run to the bathroom like I did in the earlier in this show when they're playing like the get vaccinated commercial and rush back to watch it. Not crazy, but I know I'm not the only one. I'm not crazy about this whole Peacock setup yet. I know, give it time.
Not yet.
I think it'll get better as they go. They'll learn.
The network wasn't that great when it first came out either.
Right. And people quickly forget that. Then we saw on NXT,
and I have an Apple TV, so that's why I was like, sucks to be you guys.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for Peacock to show up on Fire Stick. I got a couple people message me
same
that there's ways to put it on there. I just haven't tested it out yet, but I just want to be able to download it anyway. During NXT Stand and Deliver, we saw that Taya Valkyrie is going to become Frankie Monet in.
Oh, is that who Monet is? Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. I thought those calves looked familiar. Calves are like my biceps. Like, God dang.
And then speaking of NXT wins the ratings even with Peacock, because the Peacock viewing doesn't really count. Because there's no real way to, I guess, that quick or something. There's no real way
I don't think you could do it the next day. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that might be 1 million views. Like if you count, like they were at 7 something, just for TV, and then you gotta think, there was another 300,000 on Peacock.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big surprise that not as many people watched AEW this week. I think too, with like the Peacock thing, people probably were like, yo, this is on USA. I'm not dealing with Peacock. Although with Peacock, no commercials.
Yeah. No, I as soon as I heard in the broadcast, they're like, oh, it's on Peacock, or, we're going to go to commercial, but if you're on Peacock, you won't have a commercial. I was like, oh, really? And that made me go the other way. I was like, okay, I'm watching this on Peacock. Like, I don't feel like watching, commercials for crackers when I'm like trying to watch a wrestling match.
All right, then I keep losing my spot here on the sheet. Here we go. Brian Pillman, Nick Cage, Collision in Korea, Ultimate Warrior, Grizzly Smith, Dynamite Kid, Dark Side of the Ring, all coming May 5th. Well, not all of them, but it starts back up May 5th.
Or is this? I think it's the 6th. I think
May 6th. Okay.
Okay.
But can't wait for Dark Side of the Ring. Out of all of these, I think I'm most excited for Brian Pillman.
So I want to see Brian Pillman and Dynamite Kid. Like, I've not followed that story.
Same really here, closely. Actually. Now that you say that,
yeah. So I want because I know, again, folks, if you're an aspiring wrestler, don't use the falling headbutt. Yeah. Don't do it. Okay, this is another guy that is crippled from this move. Like, there's 3 guys that it looked great when they were doing it, and we were all excited when they were doing it, but they all ended up crippled.
Yep.
So don't do the move. It's not
one thing I like about, one of my favorite things about Dark Side of the Ring is like stuff that I'm not like super knowledgeable on when they do those episodes. Those seem to be the ones I like the most.
Right.
So like Nick Cage, don't know a ton about that. Like you said, Dynamite Kid. Grizzly Smith is actually Jake Roberts.
In Korea, I'm not really.
Yeah, I was going to bring that one up. I mean, we've all heard the Ultimate Warrior stories.
Right.
So that one, it'll probably, obviously, it's still going to be good, but it's not like, it's kind of like the Bret Hart Screwjob, Montreal Screwjob one, where like I didn't learn a ton of new stuff, but it was still super interesting and kept me hooked.
Hearing from the other people, though. Yeah. Some more sides to the story.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's it, guys, for the wrestling news. DJ, you got anything else here to throw in? Mania Week?
Man, Mania Week. So just remember, come join us on the Fig Cave, and we're covering it just like the Olympics. Like we're gonna be on both nights, and you'll get our reactions right after the show. It's a lot of fun. It's like loose. We make fun of each other. We, guys are yawning and stuff, and we making fun of them. And
right, you think we're tired now?
So come on, come. It's a good way to wrap up. Even if you didn't like what happened, like let's say it left a bad taste in your mouth, come on with us and we'll help you out.
Right. And when we say we're going live, like we're putting this show, it looks just like what you're watching now. If you're watching this on YouTube or whatever, the difference is you guys can comment and we'll respond to your comments in the show. So it's a good time. Make sure you check it out with thefigcave.com. Join if you're, just hunting for figs or if you just like wrestling, thefigcave.com. All right, guys, we're going to end this episode now. And then episode number 2 is going to be all about the WWE figure reveals, all toy news. There's a lot more than just WWE stuff released this past week or announced this past week. So chock full. The rest of the show is going to be in part 2. We'll do a little Falls Count Anywhere as well. All right. So this is the end of episode number 1. Go listen to episode number 2 back now. Hey, what do you say? Welcome back to part 2 of our special episode here of the Run-In Podcast. It's WrestleMania weekend. So we just covered a bunch of wrestling stuff. We're going to cover action figures here now separately. I'm Tommy Paradise.
It's showtime again, as it's your boy DJ still up here in the rafters. And if you listen, ain't as late over here.
Sorry, I thought you were done, man. Yeah, it's midnight here. We're starting part 2. And UMass just advanced to the national championship in the Frozen 4. We were in between recording episodes, and I just popped like a baby when they put it in the net. I just said to DJ, too, they were coming really close to scoring, and they couldn't put it in the net. And with like 5 minutes left in overtime.
And you had doubts.
They score. I did have doubts because usually in hockey, if you're getting great chances and you can't bury it, oh, what a goal! We're showing the replay right now, and you can't bury it, then you end up losing. It's just the way it goes sometimes. But UMass on to the Frozen, the final of the Frozen 4, playing for a national championship on Saturday night. All right, guys. As I said, by the way, this episode is brought to you by FigureCollections.com. Our friend Jack over there at FigureCollections.com. Don't forget to hit him up, and some big news coming from him soon. So we broke this episode up into 2 parts. Obviously, a lot of wrestling stuff going on with WrestleMania week. So we decided, you know what? We're going to walk that toy aisle separately and do a whole separate episode of our show because there's a ton of WWE toy reveals today. Let's get right to it, DJ. What do you say?
Let's do it. Like, this is going to be some good stuff here.
Some real good stuff. So I'm going to start. I'm on Ringside Collectibles Instagram page, and I'm just going to kind of go in order of like what they've posted. So might touch on some stuff, might miss some stuff, or we're definitely going to touch on some stuff, but we might miss some stuff. So let me actually, I'll pull up our Instagram as well too, because I shared a bunch of stuff on our Instagram. Right. So yeah, a ton of WWE reveals today, and I'm just pulling up one more page. The guys, the Elite Squad showed us all kinds of goodies. We'll start with what they showed first, man. They showed new Masters of the Universe WWE figures coming. We're getting Bret Hart. We're getting Sergeant Slaughter. we're getting Junkyard Dog, and we're getting Andre the Giant. Thoughts on these, DJ?
Let's see. That Sergeant Slaughter is just dope. That's one of those I didn't know I needed it until I saw it. He just looks dope. Like he's, and I'll go with Junkyard Dog as well. I kind of figured they were gonna do even though this is a little bit older, but the Evil Lynn, Stephanie McMahon, like just seeing it again today.
Yep.
I was like, that makes sense. And then you had the Bret Hart as Cyclops.
I love the Bret Hart. The Bret Hart with the different eyes, glasses. Yep. And I don't know if you noticed this, but looking at the pictures again here, the eyes on one of the sets of glasses or whatever you want to call them is the skull on the back of his pants.
Right.
Like the Hitman skull. I think that's right. Amazing.
Right.
I keep saying, man, these are like Funko Pops to me, where I'm like, I'm not going to buy these. I'm not going to buy these. So I have Macho Man. Yeah, I have the first Macho Man, the first Ultimate Warrior, and Roddy Piper. I have those three. And I've said from the beginning, like, if there's a Flair, obviously I'm going to try to get that.
Right.
One of my buddies was in the Walmart today and showed me the new Ultimate Warrior.
I kind of want that one.
Yeah, and I had him get it for me. So, spoiler alert for weekly purchases. Now seeing Bret, even the Andre, man, like the Sergeant Slaughter just looks wicked toyetic. The Junkyard Dog looks super toyetic. And Andre the Giant, I love that he's going to be bigger.
He's going to be bigger, yes.
He's going to be a giant, which is amazing. So we'll see what happens, because every time I say I'm not going to buy these, I'll walk by him in the store and I just stare at him. I look at him and I'm like, I kind of need these.
Yeah. They got you.
So we'll see what happens. But I was very, very excited to see those. Like those, we were kind of talking in our group chat, and I was like, what haven't they done that can pop you for what we're going to see today? And that was like, I thought that was a great start. A great start to the stuff they were showing. Then we saw, I'm not going to get into the big one yet, but we saw, here we go. We saw some basics. These are going to be the SummerSlam basics. Kane, Bailey, and Roman. Roman is from this past when he returned at SummerSlam. And then a Rey Mysterio. Now, I don't understand why this Rey Mysterio is the way it is. Maybe somebody can explain it to us, but he's all silver except for like the actual part of his face that's showing. So I thought this was like originally like a render, but it's not. They said in the video that he's going to be silver. So I don't know if it's like some kind of anniversary that they're, commemorating.
He must have had an outfit that was all silver. That's silver? What I got out of it. Yeah.
I don't remember that. They show
I don't either.
How Ringside will post pictures of, maybe the attire that they might be using. Oh, you know what? You might be right. Because now that I'm looking at this, Ringside posted it, and Ray does have like some kind of silver like in his armpits and on his arm. It looks like it's like at the end of the match. So we'll have to wait and see. But Apollo Crews also in that set, and he is going to be the Chase figure with different attire. Let's see.
Is that the one with the U.S. title? Or is that another?
Oh, that's an elite. This is an elite. Basic. Okay. So he's getting 2 Chase figures actually.
Wow! Look at Apollo.
Yep. So let's get right into it, man. We got Elite 86, which looks like it's going to be the SummerSlam elites for this year. We're getting Seth Rollins in the pink. Ray, people thought it was like Rey Mysterio tribute outfit.
Phantom. Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting Bray Wyatt from this past SummerSlam with the blue title. We're getting Carmella in some pants.
Yep.
We're getting Miz. And then we're getting 1998 Triple H in the purple pants. Need that. He's also the Chase variant. We're getting with some red and yellow pants, which I believe is from somebody said it's like from an episode of Shotgun Saturday Night or something. And then funny. The 2 for me that just wowed me. We're getting Colonel freaking Mustafa, which is awesome. And then
Target,
that's
going to be the Target exclusive.
Yes, that is going to be the Target exclusive collector series, whatever you want to call it. Then from that same match, we're getting Sid Justice in the referee gear. However, Fink voice, if you undress Sid, he's not going to be naked.
However,
he's going to be in a red WCW singlet. I'm going to need both. I'm going to need two Sids because
just so you can have the ref and the
I want him in that ref gear, and I want him in that WCW gear. I love this.
I'm definitely getting a Sid, for sure. Like that, like you said, both versions are like I would have purchased this figure either way, right? Whether it's with the singlet or with the ref. Yeah, great job. Like that, like. These guys really do put some thought into what they're putting out here. I mean, they're getting more and more like soft, like of the soft material.
Soft goods. Yep.
Yeah. Like you said, with the Carmella pants, like the Carmella pants are soft.
Yep. Colonel Mustafa's jacket is soft goods.
Right.
Sid is in all soft goods. So yeah. Yep. I think it's crazy that the Sid figure is a WWE. It's two figures in one.
Right.
It's WWE or WWF and WCW. Like that's
I can put them in my WCW ring. Yeah.
Yeah. A few people upset that they're not getting like blue tights. It's like Sid Justice from the Royal Rumble. There's a basic of that, which actually had Charles Andrew turn into a elite for me. But yeah, I like this idea. I'm not disappointed in it one bit. Not at all. Just the Rollins looks great. I know I talk mostly about like the flashbacks because that's what I collect. But just looking through these, man, all of these, the Miz looks great.
Yeah, that's the Miz. It's like that's him. Like
Carmella looks a little bit like Lana. If you don't know it's Carmella, if you just look at the face, but other than that, man, Elite 86 looking good. Right. Moving right along here, we're getting an Elite 2-pack of the Rock and Sock Connection.
Yes.
I'm probably gonna pass. I say that, and then
because they got the jackets, they're gonna have the jackets.
Yes, they're gonna have the jackets. That was a big selling point there in the video. Mr. Rocco is included with the Rock.
Yep, that too.
So we'll see. I mean, I initially said that I was gonna pass on that Triple H and Jeff Hardy 2-pack, and I've been thinking long and hard about that last week as we talked, or about that pack as we talked about last week. So. What do you think about this, man? You grabbing this 2-pack here?
I think so. I am Rocky is also one of my favorite wrestlers.
Yep.
This is a huge part of his career is the Rock and Sock Connection. So yeah, I think I got to pick this up.
I was thinking that too, man. I was like, this is a huge part of wrestling. So like, what? Maybe I should grab it. So we'll see. Once we get the package and you see the jackets and stuff, truth be told, I'll probably end up grabbing it. But continuing down the line here, we got a preview of the Fan Central Hulk Hogan. I'm disappointed in this one, man. The one that won is Black Eye Wrestlemania 9 Hulk Hogan from Caesar Palace.
That's what I thought there. Yeah, that's what I voted for. Cause I'm like, maybe they'll actually have him with the black eye, and they do. I was rooting for that.
See, man, I was thinking, I knew we were going to get like a Hulk Rules or Hulkamania WWF Hulk Hogan at some point. So like to me, I was pushing for WCW Hulk Hogan, like Nitro debut, or they had like another one. I forget what the other option was for WCW Hogan, but I was like, let's do a WCW Hogan. Why not? I'm curious to see. So this is the Ultimate Fan Takeovers. Where the fans vote, obviously, but there are going to be ultimates. So I'm wondering because we always saw him in where yellow tights. He's got the wristbands on. He's got the black eye. He's got the belt, extra hands, obviously extra heads, and the bandana and the belt, the weight belt. But I'm curious because that WrestleMania 9, he wrestles with Bruce the Barber Beefcake against Money Inc. And then he wins the title. And the title comes, he wins the title from Yokozuna, as you guys know. So I'm wondering if he's going to come with a shirt and pants as well.
That's what I was like, because he's wearing pants.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll see what happens. More to be more on that later on down the road. One of the things that popped me, I've never been like a huge ECW guy, but I'm a huge Cactus Jack and Mick Foley guy. We're getting a ECW Cactus Jack ringside exclusive. I pre-ordered this today with the ECW tag team belt.
Right. Getting some ECW belts here.
and an ECW shirt. This is, I mean, dude, to pre-order this, it was like $26. So I'm like, you know what? This is a great Cactus Jack figure. The only ECW figure I have in my collection is the Terry Funk that came out a couple years ago.
Okay.
So I'm all in on this. He's missing a tooth in the picture.
Yep.
Great looking figure. Great looking figure. Thoughts on this?
No, I will be also. I'll be joining you on that. I like that he has the bang bang fingers.
Yes,
you kind of you have to with Cact. And then like I've been looking for, I am an ECW guy. I'm glad that they are, let's get some ECW titles. Maybe having RVD getting in the Hall of Fame, like maybe we get another, I'm not paying anybody for that RVD Mattel at how much they're selling it
prices right now.
Yeah, no. And have like the ECW TV title with him.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm on board.
Next up, we saw Ultimate Series 10. These are both easy passes for me because it's The Rock. It's Bald Rock, like Rock Returns. And John Cena in his Chain Gang gear. So these are both passes for me. They did show a couple notes here. New arms, like these arms go all the way back.
Butterfly,
yeah, exactly. That's pretty cool. And then The Rock is going to be the first guy to get side plates on a toy belt. So
yeah,
I think that's a cool feature. What I want them to do is make removable side plates.
Yeah.
For the toy.
Yeah.
Have them come with the figure. I don't know. These don't look removable, but you never know.
Right.
I think it would be a cool feature to have small little removable side plates on those belts. Now is where I get an erection because we get Legends Series 11. We're getting Big John Studd with the robe. That's a pass for me. That figure is not different enough from the Heenan family 4-pack.
Okay.
So I'll pass on that one. Then we get Scott Hall with the thumbs.
Right.
NWO Scott Hall.
Yep.
Then we get Bam Bam Bigelow. Speaking of ECW, and he comes with the ECW. Which title is it? It's the ECW.
That might actually be the TV title.
That is a TV title. Yeah. Yep. ECW TV title. Quick note. If you saw the pictures and you're like, what the hell? Somebody pointed out in one of the groups I'm in that the Bam Bam Bigelow logo on his chest, on his stomach, is upside down. And Steve Ozer from Mattel commented right away that they submitted a change to Mattel because they realized it and they're trying to get it flipped. So
look at that.
Good on them. Yeah, good on them for recognizing that was a mistake. And then I think the cream of the crop, pun intended, of this.
Oh God.
This line.
Oh God.
So they're re-releasing the original Macho Legends with the purple shirt, orange trunks, and the orange bandana. However, he's coming with some coffee creamer, and then there's a chase of this one where he's in all yellow, and he's actually wearing the bandana, the wristbands, and everything he was wearing in that promo when he did the cream of the crop. And his
cream is rising to the top. Yeah.
Yeah. And his pinky's out. Like this is, I need that chase, man. I need it.
It's an all-time promo. For the youngsters that have not seen that, you must after you're done watching us or listening to us, you need to just type in cream rising to the top Macho Man. You'll get it. The guy does even the little magic tricks, with the creamer while he's doing the promo, know, because how many little cups of creamer it was more than one.
Was it?
And
now I want to go back and watch it. I'm not even sure.
And he's doing sleight of hand while he's doing the promo with Gene. And it's just
so good. Such a good, I've said this before on the show. I know for a fact that every time I'm like, I don't need another Macho Man or I don't need another Ultimate Warrior, they hit me with something like this, and I'm like, oh, I need that. I'm gonna have to find that chase.
Ultimate Rocky, I saw the tattoos, how they did the tattoos this time.
Yep.
And the belt. Now, just like I think they're gonna get me again with another Rocky, even though I'm like, I don't need another Rocky. Oh, maybe I do. And that's 2 Rockies.
Yep.
That's freaking 2 more Rockies.
Yep. What are you grabbing from this set besides the Macho? I might go Bam Bam. We'll see. I might use that as he wore the gray in WCW for a little bit, so I might toss him on my WCW shelf, or I might just start a small little ECW shelf.
Maybe start ECW. I do. I'm gonna go Bam Bam. I missed out on the Heenan family.
Okay.
So this is a good chance for me to get a John.
Yeah, if I didn't have that Heenan family John Studd, I would definitely grab that, especially with the robe.
That robe looks really good.
I might grab the Scott Hall and upgrade the one I have.
Yeah, I have mine is the Scott Hall I have. Well, I have Razor Ramon, and I have the basic of NWO. So I think that's due for an upgrade.
I'm trying to look at my WCW shelf, but my recliner is in the way. They released a NWO Scott Hall in one of the elite sets, and I have it, and I think this is like a huge upgrade. Like I like that he's got like the bandana, he's got the thumbs,
he's got the Tupac bandana, and
yep. So I think I'm gonna grab 3 of the 4 here. And then the next up was some Survivor Series elites. These 2 are definites for me. The ones that they showed, we're getting Bret Hart from Survivor Series with the yellow trim on his tights, and he comes with a red chair or purple chair, just like he did with they had at Madison Square Garden.
Right.
And then we're getting another Hulkster, baby, with like a crazy look in his eyes, a cloth shirt. This is like the Hulk I felt like we needed instead of WrestleMania 9. Like I feel like we were getting this one, and the WrestleMania 9 one isn't different enough. You know what I'm trying to say? Where I thought like a WCW one would have been better.
Right.
But I'm here for this one, man.
I think I like the Bret. This like just the gear on this particular Bret is just really
sharp.
Good. Yeah. Yep. I'm just not a big Hogan guy.
Yeah, we talked about that a few times.
I can pass on. I got my Hollywood. So I'm happy with what I have for Hogan.
Fair enough. Let's see here. Candice LeRae. Oh, I'm jumping ahead. Sorry. I got excited.
You just wanted to get the Candice LeRae.
We got pictures of some new what do they call them? The championship. I don't want to call them battle packs because they're not battle packs anymore. They are championship showdown packs, 2 packs. We're getting Trish and Chyna. We are getting Big Boss Man and the British Bulldog in jeans. I'm so bummed that the British Bulldog in jeans is like a basic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this because I would love the British Bulldog in jeans for some reason. Like it just reminds me of like the Attitude Era, 99, 2000.
He was dope in the jeans. Like he had some good matches in those jeans.
Yep. And then Mankind and Stone Cold Steve Austin are also coming in those championship showdown 2 packs. Let's see here. Where
I might get my sister is the Stone, like she is a total Stone Cold mark. I might, I'm gonna start helping her out.
Yeah, hook her up. Hook her up.
Yep.
All right. Damian Priest is getting his first figure. He's going to get a basic, first time in the line.
All right.
With the rib wrap. Your boy, Dexter Loomis, is getting a basic. Looks pretty good through the promo picture. And then Jake Atlas also getting a first time in the line, and he's going to be a chase. No news on like what series they're going to be. They're coming at some point.
They're just coming.
Yep. All right.
I need to see some more Jake Atlas. Like I don't like have a feeling either way for him. I just need to see some more.
Yep. To be honest with you, I don't even know I wasn't even sure who he was. And then we mentioned the Hogan fan takeover. There's a Jeff Hardy one as well coming with the spinner title, screaming face, looks pretty good. Jeff Hardy's getting a lot of figures now.
Yeah. Well, he's toyetic, so
yeah, exactly. Yep. And then I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anything here for you guys. Everything looks so good. Elite 88 is going to have the return of MVP to the Elite line. Roman Reigns is going to be in there as well.
That's the Roman that I want.
Yeah, you were saying in our group text, man, that Roman is a really good looking Roman. Gold glove. He's freaking jacked. He's got his back tattoo. Just good stuff there. Yep. Elite 87 is the debut of Candice LeRae. Her figure looks really good. It's going to have Asuka. Asuka looks great with a cool mask.
Yeah, that's like her outfit, like her current outfit. I can go with an upgrade for I have an Asuka, but I can go for an upgrade.
Yep. Santos Escobar with the updated NXT Cruiserweight title and a masked face.
Yeah. I mean, he's more toyetic than I thought. Like he's, you forget really he's got all these tattoos and stuff, and he's pretty colorful. So, yeah.
One figure I didn't know I needed until today. Warlord. The Warlord looks so good.
So good. And he looks like he's about to clothesline Tito Santana's head into the second row.
Yeah. we need a barbarian in this style.
Yeah, you do.
We need a barbarian in general, but we need a barbarian in this style, man. Somebody posted in a group, and I don't know how true it is. Take it with a grain of salt. That Warlord was part of the concussion lawsuit that was going on with WWE. So that's why he's only had that one figure. So somebody was saying this is a good sign that he's in this line and he's part of that lawsuit. So you might see more guys that were in that lawsuit
that they're coming to a close here.
Right, coming to a close or some kind of agreement or something like that. So, I don't know how true that is, but also in Elite 87, we're seeing Apollo Crews, updated Apollo Crews. This is an Elite. This is the one that comes with the new U.S. title, and he comes in purple tights or white tights. The white ones say gifted on the side. So, you got a choice here. If you want the Apollo, you got to go with white tights or the Chase. In the white. For me, it's just a barbarian in that set. I'm sorry, Warlord in that set.
I'll get Apollo.
Yeah, but man, these figures are looking great. Candice LeRae looks like, with her scan, looks just like her. It's crazy.
It does.
We talked about Hogan. We talked about the Elites. We talked about Mankind. I'm just making sure we're not missing anything. Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, championship showdown pack coming. John Morrison and Kofi, AJ and Matt Riddle. Some new Wrecking guys coming. I think that's it, man. I think I got everything. I really don't want to miss anything. I don't think I did.
I don't think you did.
All right. So I did miss one thing. I was holding off on one thing till the end.
All right.
Retros, baby, are coming back. I'm so pumped, so excited. And I had a feeling this would be happening with we talk about Cello Toys, we talk about Zombie Sailor, these guys, there is a market for these retro figures. Roddy Piper and Mean Gene were shown today. Mean Gene coming with a mic. Mean Gene's never had a figure like this, never had a little retro figure in that style. And then Roddy Piper, of course, had one. His kilt is going to be removable. He's going to come with a shirt, I believe they said. So an upgrade from the 1992 version or 1991 version, where excuse me, he's wrestling in his t-shirt and his kilt. So such good stuff here this week. It's funny, these reveals every time, man, we're like, oh, what can we see that's going to wow us? And they find a way. There's never stuff where I'm like, meh. I mean, the big ones, when we do WrestleMania, San Diego Comic-Con, those are the big ones. Every time they reveal stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to need that.
And they said they have more. They said they're going to do more
throughout the weekend
for the Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah. But that's not till August. So they'll reveal more. But yeah, man, just good stuff. This wasn't revealed on today, but it was revealed earlier in the week. Another Jushin Thunder Liger by Storm Collectibles, his 1989 debut attire. Looks great, man. He looks like an action figure. Like, I know obviously it is an action figure, but he looks like a superhero in this gear. So that's available up at Ringside Collectibles. You can grab that. The little bit of bubbly is back in stock over at Ringside. And something else is over in stock at Ringside that I forgot to mention. Oh, the Roddy Piper and Mr. T 2-pack. Also in stock at Ringside Collectibles. Any other thoughts on the reveals we saw today, DJ?
Just piggybacking on what you said, like every time, like you're saying, like when they're about to do these reveals, you look at your, you look at your shelves and you go, okay, what else? What else are they gonna have where I'm gonna want to put it up there?
Yep.
And then they do it. Then they do it every time.
Especially, like I said, man, especially with like the Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man and guys like even Bret Hart. Like I'm all set with Bret Hart's after the Ultimate Edition.
Right.
And then they hit me with this, and I'm like, that chair, that attire, like I need it. I mean,
they got me for 2 Rockies. 2.
Just today they got you for 2 Rockies. Right. They got me for 2 Hogans. Oh man. All right. Moving right along here. Also forgot to mention that usually our Walk That Toy aisle is brought to you by Stack of Cards. Cards are the hot thing right now. Head over to stackofcards.com. Use the code RUN10. Save yourself 10% at checkout. New stock dropping every single Friday. Just some other wrestling and action figure news here. Wrestling merch news. This actually got announced today as well. Fan Central Wave 2, which is Gargano, Orton, Christian, and X-Pac back in stock on Amazon.com today. A lot of people were posting that theirs got pushed back.
Mine did.
July. Did it? I got mine this week. I'll get into a little bit into that with weekly purchases because there's people out there that are not patient, and I'm okay with that. We'll get into that in just a second. But also what that went up for pre-order today was the wave 10 of the Legends on Target.com, which is Vader, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, Vince McMahon, John Cena with a Vince McMahon puppet. And
I'm about to say they're probably due for another Vince McMahon figure.
Yeah, dude, he's only had a couple. And DDP. I pre-ordered myself Vader and Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Did you grab any of those?
I did not. I mean, I guess, like, I haven't really thought about it that much yet. I was kind of focused on, like, lately I've been focused on, like, so I knew about this reveal. Yeah. I was wanting my X-Pac so I can, I was going to do an NWO thing for the figure, for my random figure picks, but like, I don't have the X-Pac, so I think I'm gonna do something else. So yeah, I just really, I wasn't really focused on this particular group, but all right. But I got, plenty of stuff that I want to get from what they just revealed. So
yeah, and the legends have been showing up pretty regularly in the stores. Sure. So I pre-order as like a safety net. If I find them in stores beforehand, I'll cancel the pre-order. If they get canceled, whatever, I'll probably end up finding them in stores. I'll be able to find them. So I grabbed Vader and Beefcake. I'm not sure if I said that, but Beefcake's the chase. So.
I mean, that Beefcake, the outfit they have on him looks good.
Straight out of WrestleMania 3, man.
So one of my favorite WrestleManias.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like, it's one of those. It's one of those I kind of want to run into it and I want to go hunt for it.
You want the thrill of the hunts. Yes. AEW. Rio, the chase is showing up in stores finally. It took a little while for people to find it, but it's showing up in stores.
Yeah.
And then Loyal Subjects is doing a Garbage Pail Kids and WWE mashup. It's Stone Cold, Andre the Giant, Ultimate Warrior, and Macho Man. I was tempted. I did click on the link when I saw that they were posted, and I did not order them. I just passed. Okay. I passed. Just something I don't. Better. Yeah, something I don't really need. I love Garbage Pail Kids. I love WWE. If I was gonna get them, I'd get Macho or Ultimate Warrior. And I was just like, nah. Maybe if I see them in stores, I'll grab them. But I don't need to pre-order these online. So, and then just wrapping up wrestling figure news, the Wale Mania shirts dropped. They do this like every year with Foot Action or Foot Locker. These are on Foot Action. Celebrating Black history in wrestling. There's a Kofi, Ron Simmons, Booker T, Mark Henry, and Sasha Banks. Different shirts. These are. I almost ordered the Ron Simmons one. I did not end up ordering it because it was $35 for the shirt and then like $9 for shipping. So it was going to be a $50 shirt when it was all said and done. I was like,
I think I might. Yeah, I might actually just can you go to a Foot Action? And
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I don't know if they're online only, but they are amazing looking shirts.
Right. I do want the Kofi. It is like Kofi winning was one of my first times actually being emotional about a WrestleMania win. So, so the Kofi win is kind of special to me. And so I was like, okay, I like that shirt. But like you said, I was not, I didn't $50 like it.
Yeah. I mean, if you just spend that much, you might as well get the hoodie. And
exactly.
Which is a little bit more expensive, but it's a hoodie. It's not a t-shirt.
Right.
I think the hoodie though was like $80 actually, now that I say that. I'm trying to pull it up here real quick to see if
$80. Yeah, I don't know if I can do $80 for it.
Yeah, the hoodies are $80. So I get it though. They're exclusive, and there's a Sasha Banks. Sasha and Kofi have the hoodies, and then the Sasha shirt is actually pretty dope too. I like the Booker T one too, because the Booker T one has the old WCW US title on it, and that's like one of my favorite belts.
Right.
But they're up there. If you have more money than me and you want to buy one, go for it. Do it up. And then just the last bit. Oh, sorry, DJ. Did you have one more thing to say?
No, I was going to say exactly. If you got it, spend it.
Yep. All right. And then the last two things is Cella Toys. Dynamite Kid pre-orders are going up. That's the retro. They're going up tomorrow. And then Zombie Sailor. He's killing it with these retros.
Killing the game right now. He made Hasbro have to say we're bringing back retros.
Tell. But yeah, he announced this week. First of all, he announced the name of his line, what it's going to be. It's going to be called Wrestling's Heels and Faces Retro Line. He also put up a picture of what would you guys rather have for Earl Hebner? And it was bow tie referee shirt Earl Hebner or striped shirt referee Earl Hebner shirt. Both. You got to go bow tie for the first one.
I'm going bow tie.
Absolutely. And then he said Series 1 is going to be Matt Cardona, Brian Myers, Dino Bravo, Sabu, and Earl Hebner. So that's your first 5 from Zombie Sailor. And I think he said
Earl.
I'm going Hebner, Dino Bravo, and maybe Sabu on this line, depending on how much they cost.
That's true. That's true.
But definitely Dino Bravo and Hebner, because I feel like those are two that I should have had as a kid that we never got. So Sabu, maybe we'll see what happens. But Zombie Sailor's killing it. If you're a retro collector, man, a lot of good stuff out there right now. So that's it for wrestling. We're finally, let's see here, total podcast length 2 hours and 6 minutes. We're finally done talking about wrestling. It's WrestleMania week though. Give us a break. Let's get into it. NECA, they teased us with some prototypes of the April O'Neil movie figure. This thing looks so good. They're working with the actress whose name I know her last name's like Hoag, Hoag, but I cannot think of her first name at the moment. I'm tired. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning here as we record this. But they're doing like a documentary of making the figure while they're making the figure of her. So they posted some prototype images and stuff like that, and they look chef's kiss. They look great. Really good stuff there from NECA. Of course, NECA's got really good stuff. You guys know how much I love NECA. Speaking of NECA, they actually put something out that I don't think I need, Ninja Turtles wise. Posted this up on our Instagram. It is a I'll read it to you guys. Cowabunga, dudes. NECA is serving up a heaping helping of total awesomeness in honor of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pinball game by Stern Pinball. It's a box, basically. It's like one of these loot crate boxes. Inside the box, it includes a beanie shaped like Krang, a unisex t-shirt, a magnet, a keychain, an exclusive Shredder action figure coming exclusively to select Walmart stores in the next 1 to 2 weeks. $49.96 retail price. Like I said, the Krang hat, the beanie is shaped like Krang. It's even got tentacles coming off of it. Let's see here. The shirt looks pretty cool, but again, $50 shirt when it's all said and done. The pin is Rocksteady and Bebop. The magnet is a piece of pizza. And I don't need to get into collecting pinball figures, like figures from the pinball games. The Shredder figure looks really good. I got to draw the line somewhere with the Turtles because there's so much.
Yeah.
So I think I'm passing on this, but I think it's a very cool concept that they're doing. They're milking that Ninja Turtle license for all they got.
Mm-hmm. Why not?
And then Super 7 showed today Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimates. The Ultimates is that line that's like $40. You got the Casey Jones. They're based off the Playmate figures.
Right.
Glow in the Dark. This is the Entertainment Earth exclusive Glow in the Dark Mutagen Man coming from Super 7. You can you can pre-order that. You can pre-order that from entertainmentearth.com. How much is it actually? I'm curious.
Yeah, the Toxic Avenger.
$54.99 for Mutagen Man. So for the glow in the dark one here, the Entertainment Earth exclusive. All right, moving right along. I got one more thing to talk about here. Ghostbusters. We saw a little commercial with Paul Rudd. There is Afterlife Mini Puff surprise collectible figures from Hasbro.
Yeah.
These are mini Stay Puffs. Each series of 1.5-inch mini puff figures is inspired by the original Stay Puff Marshmallow Man, multiple blind waves, and 6
What did you
original.
do, Ray?
These are pretty cool. Look, there's like one wrapped in Christmas lights. There's one missing part of his body because somebody bit him. There's one with like a fork through him. One on a s'more. These are pretty cool. I might grab like 1 or 2 of these just to see. They're like blind bags. They come in like a little like marshmallow fluff container. They should be available in the fall of 2021.
When I first saw it, I thought they were saying that they had like there's like an actual brand of marshmallows.
That's what I thought too. And then my voice just cracked really bad. That's what I thought too. And then I saw people posting these actual figures, and I was like, oh, that's what it's for. So
at least we didn't like buy them and take a bite and break a tooth or something.
Somebody did. Somebody took a bite out of one. That's one of the figures. Speaking of Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest is happening tomorrow, April 9th, 11 a.m.
Yes.
We'll talk about that tomorrow, but they leaked some of the pictures tonight. We're getting a Domino and a Cannonball Marvel Legends. They look pretty good. I'm getting super picky about my Marvel Legends. So I'm gonna pass on both of these. They look great, but just I'm passing.
I already have a Domino, but one of my favorite characters though is Domino.
Yep. And then DJ man, you put it up on here. You're really trying to get me to buy a hot toy.
Yeah, because I sent you the picture too, didn't I?
Yep.
So hot toys. They have so this is this Iron Man that they have like just brand new. You know, you can go on there and pre-order now. It's the debut. Like it looks like, you know, like the 60s version of Iron Man. And he's got like, you know, it's got like a whole thing where it's got like the, you know, the suspended computers and the arms putting his armor on. And it looks like he even has like a little like they have like a clear thing over his armor, like it's almost like a shield or something like that. So I encourage everyone to go take a look. And then as always with Sideshow, like go to sideshow.com and you can see these. They have payment plans, like, you know, so yeah, this guy is, you know, like, so I'm looking at the Iron Man Deluxe. That's where you'll get all the computers and everything. He's 405.
Damn.
But as usual, they do have the payment plans where
you
can pay them off. Like you can go 7 payments right now.
It looks good. I'm gonna pass. We'll see. One of these days, I might break down and end up grabbing a hot toy, but we'll see. Nothing is. They all look great. Don't get me wrong. They all look great.
Right.
But there hasn't been anything that I'm like, oh yeah.
This is fun. I'm gonna keep going. This is fun. Getting tempting you.
Time to slide on in to weekly purchases, DJ. What do you got? I got I'm back, baby. I had 1 week off where I didn't have anything, or I had very limited stuff, and now this week everything just seemed to be clicking. So,
I got some PS5 stuff.
Oh, nice.
So I got the headphones, the Pulse headphones, and I got Watch Dogs Legion.
Nice. How was that?
You know what? I'm liking it. It's taking place in London. And every time I take a car, you go on and you steal somebody's car. And I keep forgetting that, oh, wait, they drive on the other side of the road. So I'm head-on collisions and
turns into Grand Theft Auto. Or just is it open world? Is it open world where you can do that? Like you can just drive around, or do you have to do the missions?
Oh no, you could drive around. You could do even side missions cross town, whatever. You go at your own pace. You get to what the other thing that you'll like is that it's just not one protagonist. Like you can pick different people that you want to do the mission. Each person has their different talents. And you can even recruit random people walking down the street like that if you want to have them on the squad. So, so you're not just stuck with one person. So if you don't, I've had people say, oh, that game was okay, but I didn't like the hero. I didn't like the character I was controlling. Now you don't have to deal with that. You can get somebody else.
Nice. All right. So here's mine. I just said I got to be selective about my Marvel Legends. I got
Maggie.
Magneto. I got a little retro. These are only $10. These are awesome.
Yeah, right.
So me and my son, actually, he had Good Friday off last week, and I said, "What do you want to do, man?" He goes, "Let's go to a Toy Vault." So Toy Vault is this retro toy store that's probably an hour away. There's 3 or 4 of them in our area. They're all at least an hour away. So there's 2 that me and him go to pretty regularly. That we I say pretty regularly. I'm maybe every 3 months or something that we go to. He looks at the Pokemon stuff and the Pops and stuff, but this one that we went to has a Target and a Walmart near it. And I was like, you know what, man, today I just want to find the Marvel retros that I'm looking for. And I was looking for Magneto, got him, and Incredible Hulk.
And Hulk, I remember you saying you were looking for.
Yeah, when you were out here, I was actually looking for him. So
that's
found them in the store. Got that high, that guy. I got that rush. Then at the actual Toy Vault, sticking with the Marvel Legends, I got Electro. This is from their loose collection, but I don't have Electro I have him as a retro.
Right.
And I have him, actually I have 2 versions of him as a retro. But I don't have him as a 6-inch figure. So this was $15 loose. I was like, you know what? I'll grab that. And then I also got over at the Toy Vault. I love the Toy Vault. Psycho Sid Galoob, or Sid Vicious, Sid Justice, whatever you want to call him, Galoob. So
I got that one.
In the singlet, the black singlet.
Yeah.
And then from
one of my random figure picks.
That's right. From I haven't even opened this yet. From one of the figure groups I'm in, I got the Bruiser Brody Micro Brawler. So I'm pumped about that. That's one that's been on my radar. And then I got we talked about loyal subjects earlier. I got Hogan. I got these from their website. So it was $11.99, and then it was $6 for shipping or something like that. I got Hogan and Nate. Woo! Nate comes to the mic. These are awesome. I was hoping to find
Mike.
Yeah, I was hoping to find these in store, but I was like, you know what? I saw them on the website, and then so you can see there that you can get Austin and Rock,
right,
and then Andre, and then the return of the Rock, where it's like a updated version with the tattoos and stuff. So, and then Stone Cold comes with the Smoking Skull belt. The Rock comes with the Circle WWF champion or WWE championship. And Andre and Hogan don't come with anything. So then I also got. I'm almost done here. Almost done. And I also got from Amazon, they had the Ric Flair and Hogan or Giant Championship Showdown 2-pack here. And I had to get it because of Mom Hair Flair, because there's no Mom Hair Flair figure. So I had to get, as soon as I saw this actually coming out, I was like, I got to get that. So I'll do something with the Giant. I don't know what, but yeah, Giant figure. I'll send it out to you. I'm talking to you, not anybody, like nobody else.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier. I mean, if somebody wants to buy them, they can. But and we were talking earlier about X-Pac. X-Pac got him. But however, I saw everybody getting their delayed emails this morning, so I threw him up on the eBay, and right now he. You know what? I'm not even. We'll wait till the story is like when the story is over. We will. When I'm not going to jinx anything. So, he is up on eBay if you need him urgently. And there's not many of them up there. But then they put them back up on Amazon. So I bought another one, and I'll have it when the next wave ships. So, yeah, exactly. That's what I said. I was like, people want this now. I can wait. So, and then the last thing on my list, I have a little bit of a story. I was listening to the Major Brothers podcast, and Smart Mark Sterling, their producer, is a big Flair fan, just like me. So I thought I had I thought there was only like 1 or 2 Jack's Classics, Ric Flairs that I was missing that aren't like 1 of 100s or like ridiculous chases or special editions. And then there's like the deluxe edition of the Classic Superstars. There's a Ric Flair in the regular line with a red robe, and then there's a Ric Flair in the deluxe line with the red robe. And I didn't know this until I listened to the Major Brothers. I'm like, I have one of those Ric Flairs, and I couldn't remember which one because Smart Mark Sterling is talking about it. I didn't have the original, the first Classic Superstar Ric Flair in a red robe, so I had to jump on eBay and I snagged him.
I'm this year's old knowing that as well.
Different face. The difference is the deluxe one has longer hair, and this one he's making the, I don't know if you can see it in the video.
He's doing the woo.
He's doing the woo face. On the other one, it's more of like a younger Flair. He's got longer hair. So I was like, holy shit, there's like a Flair. I'm not like a Flair like completist by any means, because there's a ton of Ric Flair figures, but there's like certain ones I want.
Right.
And his first Classic Superstars, I feel like I need. And I don't know if I had this like back in the day, 2004 on the date. I was buying these in 2004. But then me and the wife decided to buy a house. So I sold a bunch of them for extra money. But like, I feel like I would have held on to this. But then I'm like looking, and I'm like, maybe I wouldn't have held on to it if I had the Deluxe Aggression one. So I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't remember if I ever had this back in the day or not. So, yeah, just this little story for you guys. So a Ric Flair figure that I didn't even know existed.
Rick.
And that's my weekly purchases, man. So, and I got more stuff on the way.
It was pre-ordered. It was pre-ordered, baby.
Exactly. Not a ton of stuff actually on the way, just some stuff. Right. That's it, man, for Walk That Toy Aisle. You ready to do a very quick version of Falls Count Anywhere?
Let's do a quick version of Falls Count Anywhere.
All right, quick version. Where all we're gonna do is what you watching? Because I got something to say. Watching Hawkeye and Winter Soldier. I think I'm 1 episode behind right now. Okay. But I want to say this. I'm watching, and DJ, you watch The Office, right?
I do watch The Office.
All right. Here's my thought. The new Captain America. Captain America. Now remember, I'm like, I think I'm 2. When this drops, I'll be 2 episodes behind.
Okay.
So the new Captain America. I'm watching this the other night with my son. The new Captain America. Tell me he does not remind you of Gabe from The Office.
Oh yeah, no,
he's just like a dweeb and just like thinks he's better than everybody. I kind of hate him.
You know, so this is kind of a I'm gonna go into comic book nerd here. I believe this guy is gonna end up being a character named U.S. Agent.
Okay.
And it's the exact same of what you're saying. Nope, like it's like he's kind of Captain America light, like we talked about Budweiser and Bud Light. So, like his powers and everything are Captain America light. But he is kind of like he's kind of got a little attitude. He's not as apple pie as Steve Rogers is. And I think at the end of this, he ends up being called U.S. Agent.
Gotcha. I can't wait to I want to watch it. I've just been really busy, and obviously with all the wrestling on this week, haven't been able to. So we'll get caught. We'll get caught for sure. What are you watching this week, man? Besides wrestling, what are you watching?
So that's the hard thing. Is like besides wrestling, man, I'm just kind of watching, like the normal TV stuff, like Young Rock. I love that show.
Yep.
I'm watching, I can't actually like survive in the morning without seeing Skip and Shannon.
Oh.
I love Skip and Shannon. Like not necessarily for Skip either. I just like Shannon. I could listen to talk about sports for days. You don't like Shannon?
No, I don't like Skip.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's what I mean. Like, I think Shannon is perfect for him because he doesn't take anything from Skip. He's like, Skip.
He doesn't take any Skip.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
He doesn't take any Skip. See what I see? I see what I did there.
I did. I saw.
I'm also watching the Masters this weekend too. So I'll be flipping between that and now the national championship for hockey is Saturday night. So
I guess I did watch some champions, like my soccer team, Real Madrid, kick some ass in Champions League. So we got stuff going on.
Yeah, absolutely busy week. All right, let's wrap.
Dodgers only got one loss. What the
Red Sox? Red Sox. Trevor Bauer is about to get suspended though or he's being investigated. I don't know if you saw this. Trevor Bauer is being investigated for having some kind of schmutz on his arm or jersey or something. So
here we go.
Listen, man, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. That's coming from a Patriots fan. So
right.
All right, let's start to wrap this bad boy up. 2 shows for you guys tonight or today. Whatever you're listening, don't forget to hit up our sponsors. Of course, figurecollections.com. Buy, sell, trade toys at Buy, Sell, Trade Toys on Instagram. You can use the code RUN10 for 10% off. Keystone Collectibles. I never remember his freaking website. That's on me, not on him. KeystoneRetro.com. You can also use the code RUN10. RUN10. You're right. For 10% off. HeroesHideout.com. You can use that's run space 10 for 10% off. We also got figtees.co.uk. They make custom wrestling figure t-shirts. Use the code RUN15 for 15% off your order. Don't forget, if you're interested in getting Run-In Podcast t-shirts for your figures, let us know, because we kind of been toying around with that idea, or I've been toying around with that idea. Also, shout outs Fig Cave Podcast. It's our boy Phil Gentile. We're teaming up with him and the call up Kenny, our boy Kenny, to do these reaction shows after the pay-per-views. So make sure you're following them.
Got a hell of a faction going.
Our good friend Virtual Suplex, the Game Marks Podcast, the Wrestlegeddon Podcast, Turnbuckle Tavern. I said buy, sell, trade toys. Oh, one last thing. Don't forget. If you're looking for some cool wrestling shirts, I've been posting wrestling shirts all month. If you're looking for some badass wrestling shirts, check out Collar and Elbow and use the code CAVE to save yourself 10% at checkout there. And that's it, man. Follow us on the social media. We need you to follow over at Twitter at Paradise, PAIRODICE on Twitter and Instagram. The show's Instagram is at the Run-In Pod. DJ?
I am at both on Twitter and on the gram. Fig Night 27, FIGKNIGHT 27.
Hit that YouTube channel, youtube.com/the Run-In Podcast. ProWrestlingTees.com/runinpod. Don't forget, you can watch our episodes now on YouTube. There might be little references in the audio version that you only get the full experience of if you're watching on YouTube.
From the tube. If you're watching the tube now, hit the right now.
Hit that subscribe button. All right, guys. Enjoy WrestleMania. We'll have a full review for you next week. We'll go over our predictions. Enjoy Mania. Enjoy SmackDown. Enjoy Raw. Enjoy all the wrestling that you are being treated to this week. My name is Tommy Paradise.
And the next champ, this is your boy DJ.
And this has been the Run In Podcast. Good night.
Good night.